scheduled it. That's why we gotta go right with. We in this bitch until the damn wheels fall off this thing called the earth. Cause boy, look here, it look like it's getting that way. What's going on, man?
Nothing, man. I'm just chilling in the truck.
Just chilling in the truck.
Got to my delivery late.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, man.
Yeah. Well, I just got off of home time, and well, not home time. I just got off doing the 34, and usually, most times, whenever it's some people are different. For me, it takes me to get on schedule, like get my body back on timing.
Mhm.
You know.
Okay.
It's like football, basically. You know, you have to you like it takes like whenever you first get out there in the game, it takes time for it to slow down a little bit. You know.
I got you.
Some
I
people,
totally got you.
it slows down for them very fast, but then they're speeding up to get back on home time. Some of us, we start off slow and we just smooth sailing after that, buddy.
That's crazy.
But I'm doing straight. Can't complain, player.
I feel you, man.
I'm about to cook me some sweet potatoes in the
Sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes in the air fryer.
That's all right, though. So, folks, we gonna get started with a little bit of something. So, first of all, y'all know I'm a Falcon fan, so excuse me. It is what it is, man. But I wanted to talk about a couple of things the Falcons can look forward to. So, this first one I'm going to, before we get into the news and everything. Shoot, let's start it like this. Start Falcons sports today, and then after that we're gonna go into a little bit of something with this war going on, and then depending on how it goes after that, we gonna see, man. We are going to see. So we're gonna just talk about a couple of things that's going on with the Falcons.
Michael Penix comes out as gay.
Hey, look, man.
Would
not surprise me at this point. All right, so we just picked up a free agent edge rusher. If you did not know, James Pierce Jr. got into a whole lot of freaking trouble. You know what? Before we do that, fuck that. James Pierce Jr. got into a whole lot of fucking trouble this past summer. And he ended up, being arrested. Stuff going on with his ex-girlfriend, which I don't really understand. And the reason why I don't understand it is the fact of the matter, this cat is a freaking new freaking millionaire. And you crashing out about a woman, dog.
She had that bomb, bruh.
She must have that bomb.
She had that bomb,
That don't make no damn sense.
She had a nigga, I understand it, bruh. Hey,
trust me, she's a WNBA player too, dog, which is not that it's a bad thing, but it's just like, dude, you rammed her car with a Lambo, so already we know you're balling. Take that Lambo, even if you wanted to, go into the streets of Atlanta. There are so many women out there. You just got to vet good. He could have got him One of these badass chicks that be on the news channel, dog, be doing goddamn
I'm telling
meteorology.
I'm telling you, bro, she had that bomb, bro, because I'm
Oh,
telling you
he was
from a
with her in
nigga,
college. She was with her in college. That's what it is.
I'm telling you from a nigga from experience, bro. She
She
had
had
that
that bomb
bomb.
with her.
Yeah, nigga. And he was just like, I wiped up and trust me, I've been there before, nigga. It was like Big Sean leave. It was like she tried to take away my favorite toy when I was a kid. I'm like, well, hold on, you
Boy,
get
you
the fuck
stupid.
back here.
Hell no.
Beat your ass.
But still, man, I ain't never once in my life, dog, through all of the good snatch, trim, box, whatever you want to call it, I had never got to the point I want to take my car and run it into her shit. Like, I had a chick that wanted to run me over with a car.
Hold on. Correction.
What?
You,
What?
you 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 made an error there. You
What I made
probably
there?
haven't had any good snacks then.
No, Negro. No,
No,
bruh.
if
I didn't
you
have some
never if
good,
you
good.
if you
I
never
had
had
some good.
dealt
I had some good enough for me want to buy a $5,000 goddamn engagement ring.
that ain't shit, nigga. If you have
Shit.
never had bomb pussy to enough, you want to kill a bitch and sit in prison
No.
for the rest of your life, and
No.
you like
Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this. If it's got to be that good for me to want to do, it ain't worth having, bro.
and you
Mm-mm.
like
No sir.
and you have it set in your mind, you like, if I
No
can't
sir.
have her, no one can.
No, man. I done had some good stuff that had me sad and shit. But it's stuff y'all talking about. If I can't have it, nobody can. No, dog.
Yeah, nigga. Yeah,
I don't
nigga.
want to know. I
Yeah.
don't want to know.
If I can't have her, no one can, nigga. She had that
Mm-mm.
bomb, boy.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Absolutely not. Anyway,
But catch me a charge in
we
this
brought
bitch,
y'all
nigga.
up the snuff what's going on. Listen to this.
The Atlanta Falcons just got some pretty good news pertaining to their star pass rusher, James Pierce Jr. I will say this to start off. This situation is not great. And I'm not taking any sides. It's really not a good situation, and I don't want to talk about this, but I just want to give you an update from a legal standpoint. Now, like I said, the Atlanta Falcons just got some good news because per sources, and I'm going to read this so I don't mess this up,
Per
James
sources.
Pierce Jr. will no longer face the charge of an aggravated battery on a law enforcement. There was news out there that he essentially
Ooh.
a cop with his vehicle. Apparently, the prosecuting attorney is not going to file or continue with that charge per sources.
So you're saying there's a chance. You're saying there's a chance. Because, guys, he got in so much trouble. This dude swung and hit a goddamn police officer. He had one of his counts was felony, what was it? Felony battery or felony battery, blah, blah, blah. Resisting arrest. I just say that. Shit was felony. Because of how he did it. So he still has a restraining order on him by his ex. She's on record for saying that she thought he was gonna kill her ass. Unalive, excuse me. So with that being said, them dropping this charge is a very good, very, very, what this nigga got a damn birthmark look like the state of Georgia. Look at that shit, dude. No, actually, that looks more like Idaho. Anyway.
The prosecutor decided that there wasn't enough evidence on the body cam to charge him with that felony that could have
Nigga got a
put him in
tattoo
prison
of Arkansas
for
on
5
his
years.
forehead.
That's big. Now, I
Boy,
will
you
say
s-
this. There were 4 other charges that
stupid.
were filed in this situation. I'm going to read them really quick. It was resisting an officer with violence, fleeing, stalking, and aggravated battery with a deadly weapon for allegedly crashing his car into ex-girlfriend. I think her name's Rakia Jackson. Now,
Yeah, she plays for the
once again,
Sparks.
I want to say this situation is not great. I'm not saying or condoning what James Pierce Jr. did. I'm not condoning anything in this situation. Strictly from a football perspective, this is one of the best news that the Atlanta Falcons could receive right now. Essentially, the worst charge that could have been brought against James Pierce Jr.
This is what I'd do if I was the Falcons. I would go ahead and suspend this nigga at least about 2 games. At least 2 games. Matter of fact, fuck it. Make it 4. Before anything else happened, I bring his ass in the office, which they've probably already talked to him about. And I'm like, look, we got our people all over this. I don't know what the fuck going on with you, but we gonna get this situated. You gonna get anger management classes, and we gonna do something about your mental health. So that's one thing we gonna do. The second thing we gonna do is this. You get suspended for at least 4 games, nigga. And we gonna goddamn charge you a fee, bitch. You gonna get a goddamn fine. I'm sorry. We gotta do this, buddy. Because we want you to play this year. And hopefully, when the damn commissioner see what we doing for you, because you was already a risk to take in the first place, because you had behavioral issues. So we gonna already goddamn give you that much. You already had them issues, so we gonna do that. And then after that, hopefully the damn commissioner will take it easy on you and you can play this year. How's that sound, young buck? That's what I would say. Anyway.
Is no longer on the table. And for the fact of the matter is, a lot of people are saying that these worst charges that he has remaining, the worst situation is him getting probation, not jail time, and potentially having to do some community service and this, that, and the other. That's big because the Atlanta Falcons spent a first-round draft pick on a guy that's had success for their team, and for them to lose that guy due to not injury, but legal issues is huge. And the fact of the matter is that they potentially, knock on wood, don't have to deal with James Pierce Jr. going to jail is big for them. Now, there still is an uphill battle with this whole situation because there's still 4 charges pending. There's the restraining orders in place. James Pierce Jr. will probably be suspended by the NFL for violating league conduct issues. But at the end of the day, James Pierce Jr. and his chances of playing for the Atlanta Falcons just went up a lot. I would say before this came out, the chances of James Pierce Jr. suiting up for the Atlanta Falcons
15%.
was around 10 to 20%.
15%.
Right now, it's sitting about 70 to 80%. And yes, there will be suspensions for this young man next year. My guess is probably 6 to 8 games.
All right, so we got that, all right? We got that going on. So, with that being said, what I had to show is I wanted to talk about this new pickup we just got by the Falcons in free agency. And if you have not been following the Falcons, people, they have made a lot of fucking moves. And what's so good about all the moves that they've made, it's only one freaking contract that they've gotten signed. That's like over a year. And that's the wide receiver, Deshaun. And we even signed a good linebacker, Christian Harris, from the Texans. I think he's with the Texans. He's good as hell. We signed a great special teamer that could possibly turn into a rotational linebacker in Tyndale, who's a Georgia dog. And then we signed somebody else we signed that was a linebacker. We got this edge rusher here too. And then we also got 2 receivers. We got I'm not really like cool with the Tua pickup. But at the same time, he is left-handed. We don't have to have him get used to a right-hander. They had to get back used to Penix being a left-hander. Tua, if he's got good blocking, which Atlanta has one of the best, at least the best line in the damn NFC South. Maybe in the NFC. Maybe not the whole pros, but NFC, we got one of the best damn offensive lines. So maybe Tua can goddamn do some things if he got a good offensive line. So but let's see about this guy right here. All right, what the hell? This is his
that's on
highlights.
First play, second half, 20-yard gains.
And here's Knight on the ground, jumping into the pile and down to the 38.
He's 52. I think he's like right here from me. Oh, there he is. He's an edge rusher. Right there.
That was a real moment.
Now, I think this is his 2023 highlights because no. Is it 24? Oh, yeah, 2023 highlights is he suffered an Achilles tear or either a ACL tear in 24. He started one game in 25. So this was him before he got injured. There goes another sack.
I think it's led to some of those takeaways. I ain't getting as much last year under Gus Bradley.
Oh, that's a good play there. He plays the edge pretty good. Look at that. Now he's going against a offensive tackle. Look how he fought off this block. Goes inside. There he is over here.
Back to Jensen.
Yeah, he's a good run stopper. He's a pretty good run stopper too. That might be a great pickup.
There, he's hoping they found it in this group. Second down.
Is that him over there?
They'll go back
he's down here.
to Marks this time.
Oh yeah, he's good on the run stop. He's good on the run stop. Look at this. He's pretty stout on the end.
As well.
He's also bigger than James Pierce Jr. James Pierce Jr. is light in the ass. He's really light in the ass. He's just quick as shit.
Third down and 8.
Yeah, pause.
Tua, pressure coming. Tua steps up, and now he goes down.
Watch this. Goes inside, takes on that block, stays with it. Boom, he's got a good motor.
The opportunity to run late in the
here, right here. He's right here.
If Jacksonville can take
out. He's contained. Now let me tell y'all something. As a defensive end, this is a great job of containing. Your job as a defensive end, you have to contain on the edge, man. Look at this right here. Contain. Yeah.
Immediately they want it.
He didn't even have to get that tackle. The fact he forced him inside, he did his job. Inside linebackers, anybody that's stunting, pursuing should pick that up. That's a good damn job. Let's see what he does on this one. Contain. This is the same one. Yeah, it's the same play.
Combination has been the key to their
Here he
success.
is right here.
BTN
Goes inside.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Houston.
See what he does right here.
Now a second
Outside
down and
stunt.
13. Quick hitter.
Okay. He did an outside stunt on this one. Like a loop.
Hey.
He threw it.
We've started games fast. We've finished games strong, but there are gaps in the second and third quarters. We've got to clean up.
Yeah.
That can cost you in a.
Yeah, I think we got a good pickup there. I'm gonna say that's a good pickup. We just got him in free agency, so that's good. Welcome to the Falcons, baby. Welcome
to the Falcons. Get ready for the tank. We got Coach Krasinski, but Beaks are gonna run for 2,000.
Boy, you stupid. You stupid as shit, dude. Real quick, one more thing, and then we're gonna go to talking about this damn war, I guess. Yeah, we can talk about that. We can talk about that. One more thing. This might be. Hold on. That's actually what we just got through talking about. Hold on. We got a Falcons. We got a uniform leak. We'll do this and then we'll go talk about the war. We got a Falcons new uniform leak, guys. I like this.
New uniforms might have just been leaked. Oh my goodness. Rock Nation Sports just posted this about Azeez Ojulari. And look at the picture. As everybody knows, the Falcons are getting new uniforms in April, and we might have just got a leak.
I like that.
Look at those. Those are clean. If this is real, I like these. A
Yeah.
lot of people are saying it's AI because if you look at the helmet, it says FALS. There's no way it's going to say Fouls. It has to say Falcons or ATL. I don't know, though, Falcon fans. Let me know what you think. Do you think our jerseys just got leaked?
Are those the jerseys right there?
They might be. Because what
Those
I've
are like
heard,
the same jerseys that the Falcons always wear.
No. They have ATL on the front of them. They don't have Falcons on them. And the numbers are different. The numbers are a different font than what we use.
Yeah.
The font that they use now is some weird looking font where you can't tell the difference between like a 17 and an 11.
I would like for them to go back to the Michael Vick jerseys.
I think that's what they're doing. Either that or because I think we're going to have the red helmets. Just like you see, the emblem is not going to change. So this emblem is going to stay the same, but I think we're going to red helmets instead of black. I think we're going to red helmets as one of the options. We still may have the black helmets, but red helmets are going to be an option, and they're going to go back to these block numbers, and they're going to go back with Falcons on the front, taking the ATL off. I do know that. So I think it will be the Michael Vick jerseys, or either the
I like the black.
the Dirty Bird jerseys. The Dirty Bird.
The Dirty Birds are the black and I like I like the red ones, the red jersey, but they blend into black. I like those jerseys.
You like those? Oh, okay. Yeah. They said they might bring back the red Steve Bartkowski jerseys. They might bring those back. That's one option. That's one option because I think I seen a Deion Sanders version of one of those, and then also the Jerry Glanville / what's his face? Because he was the first person to do the Dirty Bird was actually
Jamal.
It wasn't Jamal Anderson. It was another dude. Jamal was the first one. He did it on national television, but the other guy that did it was a receiver. I can't remember his name, but yeah, the Jamal Anderson Dirty Bird jerseys. Yeah, that's what they think they're coming out with, the black versions of those. And then you have the red version, and then you have, of course, the solid white. They're going to do a white too. So that's the word on the streets when it comes to the jerseys.
Welcome to Falcons. We ready for the tank.
What are you doing, man? All right, here we go.
We
All right.
expect to win them.
All right, so we got breaking news. We got something like breaking news. Hold on, man. I'm getting all this stuff straight because I got some stuff over here I don't want to have. Okay.
There was an attack at the synagogue in Michigan.
Yeah, we got that. We got that. We can talk about that. Where did I put that at? I put that put here somewhere. I put that here somewhere. Oh, it's in my it's in my play queue. Maybe if I click on one of these, it'll go to it. Let me see. I go back to this. Chow where the hell is this shit at, man? Synagogue attack in Michigan. Okay, we'll do that. We'll go do the synagogue attack in Michigan. I'm just gonna type in Michigan. It might come straight up. Excuse us, folks. All right, so we'll go with the Fox News version of this thing. If you guys did not know that this is going on, is
specifically at Temple Israel in Michigan.
Oops, sorry guys. Let me go back to the beginning.
This active scene is specifically at Temple Israel in Michigan right there. So we did want to share that with you. According to our Fox 2 Detroit team, Walnut Lake Road, that is where the scene is, and this is in West Bloomfield. So we're going to raise the audio and listen in to our Fox 2 Detroit team.
This was posted about 8 hours ago, folks.
Fox was moving away from the scene. The last images we saw from Skyfox before the chopper had to evacuate the flight zone, the area, airspace above what is Temple Israel, was more emergency vehicles arriving. Initially, we saw at least a couple of police cars. We saw one EMS truck, one fire truck, but then at the end, I had counted 5 police cars before Skyfox was on the way out. So it did appear that there were more officers arriving on the scene.
So the little bit of information that we do have, West Bloomfield schools, Bloomfield Hills schools are in secure mode due to this situation. Also, the no-fly zone is why our chopper shot was interrupted. We had to move away from the scene just to clear, because that's what the authorities are telling us to do. Also, Jewish organizations throughout Metro Detroit, I believe, are in a protocol to be cautious of this situation as it continues to develop. Now, when a situation happens like this and our country is in the middle of conflict like we are, it is going to have national ramifications with what is happening at that synagogue in West Bloomfield right now.
Yeah, what I think is going to be a big question answered is there a connection to what we're being told is an active shooter situation and all that smoke that we saw?
Right.
I mean, your brain can try to connect the dots in many different ways, but what was initially told to us is that there's an active shooter situation at Temple Israel. We got a live shot of it. We started seeing smoke billowing from out of the roof in 2 different spots, and then we started seeing smoke billowing out of the front door. So, you know, is there a connection with that? We will learn more as we get more information coming in, but it does seem that there's a couple different things happening here.
Yeah, and the fire trucks is on the scene. We saw them deploy their ladders as their effort in getting into the building as well. And unfortunately, this is the only view we have, is the location map of Temple Israel, the synagogue in West Bloomfield. So we do know that there is a situation happening there. We're told it's an active shooter, but we are efforting getting more information. And as protocol dictates, yes, there are schools that are being told to lock in place, and as everyone is being more cautious. We do have crews on the way. Our reporters are on the way to West Bloomfield to give us more information, but until then, we can only tell you what we have been told.
Our reporter looks like Scott Wolchek is on his way there, so we're.
They shooting!
Who knows how close he can get in an active situation like this? But as soon as they are in a safe position to bring us a signal and to bring us some information, we will connect with Scott. But here's what we know in the meantime: this statement issued by the Jewish Federation of Detroit. We are aware of a security incident at Temple Israel. We are advising all Jewish organizations to go into probably lockdown protocol. Nobody in or out of your building. That's from the Jewish Federation of Detroit.
Yeah, a reporter on scene. We do have a reporter on scene. I'm not sure exactly who it is. They're saying they're on foot and on the way in. The cops, they said that the police have also stopped. They have roadblocks set up, and they are on foot heading in as well. So the active scene has stopped traffic in that area. We do have our chopper shot back, stopped in that area. Is this live or tape? Tape. This is tape. So this is the tape video that we were able to obtain before.
It's smoking. I see smoke. That must be. That could be from a kitchen or something.
You can just see the beginning of the smoke beginning to bellow, which got worse as time went on. But once again, according to one of our reporters that is close to the scene, that there are
smoke from what?
There are police on scene with assault rifles heading into not only the parking lot but into that area to deal with whatever the situation is there. We're told it's an active shooter. We can or could see this.
Is it me, or is it every chance the damn news finds to use the word or the two words assault rifle, they gonna use it? Is it me? Is that me?
It is. Ain't this Fox News?
It's Fox. Yeah, it's Fox News. Which is, I'm surprised that they're using the word assault rifle. They usually talk about police, but
they're going to at least describe what weapon he has.
They said it about the police. They said police with assault rifles. They said police with assault rifles. Which I'm like, okay, you don't really have to say that. It's not like the police don't have that shit. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, whatever. It's just crazy.
This earlier video of smoke coming from the synagogue, and there's a fire, appears to be a fire, smoke coming from the synagogue. What appears to be a fire is all we can say at this point.
Yeah, there's also some video coming into Fox 2 here of Oakland County Sheriff's members with assault rifles that appear to be approaching the area. So this does look like it does look like an active shooter situation here.
Even
even so, just with the people gathered right outside of the building, again, if you're wondering how are people.
Oh yeah, that's smoke coming out the door right there.
Further
Look at
away
that.
from the building.
See the smoke coming out the door right there? Yeah, that's something happening there. It's an active shooter, but it's something else had to happen. I mean, damn.
So we're taking that into account as well. Again, there's very limited information on this right now, but
That's weird. That's a weird like architecture for a synagogue. Usually when like around here in the Atlanta area, if you see a synagogue, there's at least one dome. I've not seen that one dome right here.
this is a tape right now that we're looking at. So this was just a few moments ago when Sky Fox was in the area.
Maybe that's maybe that's the complex, because the dome might be where they worship, and the rest of that might be like ancillary like departments. Like maybe they got a spot where you can sit down and eat. Maybe they got a daycare in that joker. You know, all that stuff.
Area. There is a
because I see the playground right there. You can see the playground right here. That's a playground. It continues on. That's like around the corner. So yeah, it's more than just the dome where they worship at.
Issued, so we're not sure exactly where Chopper is right now, but we are continuing.
They probably got a school over there too.
To effort our crew to get closer and closer to the area, as we know some of the roads are blocked off as well.
Well, we got that, folks. That's what's been going on. Good Lord.
That's crazy.
That's crazy as hell, dude. Like, they've already had that happen. They had a shooter in Texas that was from Senegal that was Muslim. They had a shirt on that said "Property of Allah," and up underneath his shirt was the Iranian flag. Then you had, what else happened? Oh, the guys in New York that CNN, Abby Phillips got in trouble for trying to make it seem like she was saying they were coming after Mondami. Did you hear about that?
Trouble. She ain't getting trouble.
No, she could have. She basically put out a statement that she apologized. She walked back her comment. She apologized. Then she went on video and did it.
Yeah, she wasn't gonna get in trouble anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't gonna get in trouble because they have made so many outrageous claims.
My bad. Go ahead. No, it's not important. Go ahead.
No, I was saying, what happened?
No, man, I saw. It might be AI, dude. They talking about Conan 3 coming out, dude. Conan the Barbarian 3.
Oh.
I'm a major Conan fan. I'm a Conan fan, dude.
Ain't it like that game you start off like you start off with nothing, and like you start off as a naked person and you got to build the shit up?
What are you talking about?
Never mind. I have no idea what video game you're talking about.
It's not a video game. It's a movie.
Oh.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's movies. Conan the Barbarian. He did Conan 1, then in Conan 2 was The Destroyer, and that's when Grace Jones was in it. And they never made a Conan 3. And so supposedly he's going to be in Conan 3. That shit is ridiculous, man. I hope they're making this shit for real. I hope they're making this shit for real, dog. For real, I'm serious. I'm a Conan. Man, I just like Conan the Barbarian, dude. I just always have, dog. Always have. All right, so let's see what Matt Morris, one of the guys that I follow when it comes to conservative content on YouTube. He's talking about he's got it entitled "No One Predicted This." So let's see what this is about.
Just officially entered an entirely new phase of this conflict with Iran. Phase 2, as some people are calling it, as the experts are calling it. And I'll tell you what, we can already tell after entering phase 2, really about 12 hours ago, earlier this morning, right now, and I'm going to show you, the Iranian regime is absolutely scrambling. No, they are absolutely.
Now, here's why I'll say this, dude. It's been a lot of people talking about how the Iranian regime is scrambling and this and that and how the new guy that they just They just got them chose as the Ayatollah. First of all, they said the 83 clerics have chosen him. Now, what I've heard is everybody's dead in the higher ups. So if everybody's dead, how the fuck they choosing Ayatollahs? So we have that shit. How the fuck are they continuing to shoot at motherfuckers in different countries with ballistic missiles if we destroyed most of their shit?
So what basically it is, it's just people who just continuously following the orders and shit like that they receive from the people who already died. So it's just
but it's what I can't get though, dude. It's what I can't get. Every time they fire one of them motherfuckers, our people lock on to them shits. How you think we've been finding them shits? And they have not destroyed all of them yet. Now, I will say this. I do believe them when they say they have destroyed most of them, because if you look at the rate of firing and the damage that Iran has inflicted, it's gotten less and less and less. The attacks are being further and further split apart, other than the 200 rockets they sent to fucking Israel the other night, but most of those got intercepted and it wasn't that much damage. So really and truly, Iran can't do shit right now but cause fear with these sleeper cell shits here in America and the possibility that they're gonna do something outlandish with a hypersonic missile that they don't even own yet. You got that. They say they have named a new Ayatollah, but here's the damn thing. Nobody has seen this motherfucker on film yet. They have not. He has not made a statement in person. He has made a statement on the internet, but anybody can do that shit. I don't believe he's alive. I don't believe that they have anybody in fucking charge other than the fucking president, who's been on TV and acting all big and bad. And I'm like, why the fuck y'all ain't took his ass out yet? Take his ass out. Matter of fact, take the ambassador ass out too. Take all their asses out. They've been wanting us there since 79. Do you think these some bitches don't think the same thing that the Iranian goddamn regime was thinking? If you're connected to the fucking regime, take all these son of a bitches out right now. Take them out. And then I'd be like, my thing is this: if I was president, I would have been said a long time ago, Ravi, what's his name? Pablufi, whatever his name is, the son of the last Shah. I've been like, dude, that's our plan. That's our plan right there. He is going to be the transitional government because he's already volunteered to do it.
He's worse than his father.
What you mean?
Are you talking about the guy who they're talking about is
the Ayatollah? The guy they chose as Ayatollah is worse than his father. Yes, he's more of a hardliner. I'm talking about the Shah's son, who's already said he wants a peaceful and prosperous Iran. He says he's willing to do the transition of the government. He's not even running for president or wanting to rule as a monarchy. He's just saying he wants to come in and help with the transition of it and let the people choose what the fuck they want. That's what he said. On TV. International. For everybody to see. So if I was Trump, I would have got in touch with him and be like, look, man, let's do this. You gonna do that? I'm gonna announce to my people, y'all do that. Whatever we got to do, you find out from your insiders what we need to do, and that's what we're gonna incorporate that in our plans, possibly, if it sounds good enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that might be how it happens, but for right now, they can't take nobody in there because it's still kind of dangerous, but at least you can fly over Iran and no problems because they have air superiority.
Panicking. Let me show you what this new phase of the conflict really looks like here. Breaking news coming out of the Middle East. A new phase of the war with Iran has just entered into the picture. For the first time today, Israel, we'll put the picture up here, Israel has targeted 4 different regime checkpoints in Tehran. You know what that means? The Iranian regime, the IRGC, they have checkpoints, armed men, military men, on the streets of Tehran, really all throughout the country, waving traffic through. Hey, who are you? Checking people's cars. Hey, where are you going? They're paranoid. They are paranoid. They're worried about Mossad spies and CIA on the ground. So they've got IRGC checkpoints everywhere in the country. For the first time today, Israel has targeted 4 of those regime checkpoints. State media report that at least 10 members of the regime's security forces were taken out.
And I'm going to say this real quick, because you have a lot of naysayers, a lot of America First people, like America Only people. I call them America Only. I don't call them America First, because if you really break down the influence and, okay, if you really break down cutting off Venezuela from China and Russia, cutting off Iran from China and Russia, all of these moves that Donald Trump has made, it is America First. It's just not superficially America First. Trying to get Greenland and everything, all that is America First. It's just that they see it as it not being America First because it's not going on in America. And they're too dim-witted to see the big picture.
No, they're black pillars. That's what we call them, black pillars.
Black pillars? Okay.
Yeah.
I call them America Only.
Everything is, oh no, woe is me, blah blah. They're basically the woke of the right.
Did you hear what Tucker Carlson said recently about unconditional surrender? We'll play that after this is over. But anyway, so I even heard a story where they said they're going to start using drones to basically just start searching the streets of Tehran, and if they see a motherfucker that's IRGC, they just go destroy that ass right then and there with drones, not even with people. But they're targeting these checkpoints, and also they've been blowing up these missile launch units that are in the mountains. They've been bombarding the mountains with these bunker buster bombs. Like, I don't get why the hell we're still in this. Like, I don't get why the hell it's still going on. But I will say this. People think America's doing a lot of this shit. A lot of this shit is Israel. That's why you don't have to worry about America going in boots on the ground. If anybody goes in boots on the ground, it's going to be Israel. It's going to be probably the Kurds. And maybe a little bit of our special forces. Maybe Delta Force will go in. Let's continue.
In accordance with these targeted strikes on these checkpoints, what type of targeted strikes are we talking about? Are we dropping bombs? Is it boots on the ground? How exactly are we taking out these checkpoints? Well, I'll tell you here in a moment. Striking these checkpoints is significant as they are one of the key tools used to prevent people from taking to the streets and taking back their own country. The revolution. Checkpoints have been instituted by the IRGC to try to scare and terrorize people back into their own houses. This is what these checkpoints might look like. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's break down what these attacks on the checkpoints look like. UAV drone strikes.
Good.
Israeli drones.
There you go.
When we talk about this, I want you to think almost...
Didn't I say Israeli? Didn't I say it's them motherfuckers? They the ones that doing most of this shit, not us. They took out... The way they went about this war is America was supposed to be in charge of taking out all defense missile stations, defense missile strike areas, as well as any nuclear shit, nuclear capabilities, ballistic missile stations. That was America's job. Our job wasn't to take out the daggum. Israel had the job of taking out personnel and the regime. That's how they split this shit up. So when people say, "Oh, we're doing this Israel's job for them," no, it's a joint strike effort, and they actually are doing the more risky shit. It ain't even us; it's them. So people need to shut the fuck up, especially Tucker Carlson. I'm getting tired of Tucker. I'm getting tired. I've been tired of Nick Fuentes. I don't like that motherfucker anyway. And I'm getting tired of damn Candace Owens now. I'm getting sick and tired of her ass.
Almost war in Ukraine. How much drone footage, sort of these kamikaze drones, and they're smaller. They almost look like you could go down and buy them at a Best Buy.
Yep,
they're smaller. They look like personal use. It's a personal use drone with a grenade or some type of explosive.
Guys, those drones have a wingspan probably of about, I want to say about 3-4 feet, maybe 5 at the most. They're not that big. They're not that big at all. And they're kamikaze drones. One way. That bitch going over there, it ain't coming back.
explosive strapped on the
But we got Reaper drones too. We actually reverse engineered some of their drone model and made it our own, made it better, made it GPS and everything.
bottom, and we've seen hundreds of thousands of these
That's
up
the
in
same
Ukraine
thing
over
they
the last
did with
4
Ukraine.
years. Israel is now using drones like this, like we've.
Ukraine also, they shared their drone models, the ones that they look kind of like, they don't look like the kamikaze drones that Iran has. They look like the drones that you can buy from motherfucking, the ones that Ukraine uses. They look like the drones you can buy from like the store.
Best Buy got these niggas using Best Buy drones.
They look like the drones you can buy from the store, except for they're star shaped. They got like 5 like little things that go from the center, and it's got like five propellers and shit. That's how they look.
We've seen Russia and Ukraine
like the Brainiac helmet or some shit.
use, as of this morning, to take out IRGC roadblocks all throughout Tehran. District 14, District 15, District 16, District 1 all had roadblocks that now have been taken out. The IRGC members thereat, taken out by these Israeli drones. Initial assessments this morning say 10 security forces of the IRGC were eliminated. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's just kind of put this into perspective here. Oh my gosh. Iran's state media has officially confirmed 10 members of the IRGC have been eliminated tonight at various checkpoints in Tehran by Israeli drones. This is the confirmation coming from Iranian state media.
Now, if you've been keeping up with the casualties, I think Iran is somewhere up to about 1,000 and some change. They lost over 1,000 some motherfuckers. I'm talking about military personnel. I'm not talking about civilians because people keep saying that girls' school was hit by a freaking tomahawk. It was not. Really, they don't know what hit that shit. I know it wasn't no USA shit because they talking about we was working off old fucking intel. No, the hell we wasn't. That bitch was shot in the air and came back down and hit the dang freaking school. But they have whatchamacallit, Secretary of War Pete Hegseth has got already called for an investigation on the shit. The truth gonna come out. But yeah, their death toll is somewhere in like in the thousands, bro.
It's more than that.
Ours is like 7. And they just took out 10 IRGCs now. So that's added on to whatever the hell it was before. So yeah, so far we got I think it's 100 and something casualties, but we got 7 fatalities on our side. It was like some of them got injured from some shit, bombs and stuff coming to them bases and shit, but nobody died. The 7 that died, they was in action doing something. I can't remember what the fuck they was doing, but some of them got death because they was on the base that got hit. Because you got to leave some people there now. You just evacuate all the, the non-essential personnel. You leave a certain amount there.
Leave somebody to tell the story.
Boy, you stupid.
Hundreds, possibly thousands of regime's crackdown forces are being eliminated right now by Israel. Phase 2 is underway. I keep emphasizing there is a phase 2 to the campaign against the regime, the Iranian regime. And Israel appears to be executing it now today. While joint American-Israeli phase 1 air and naval operations continue. Phase 1, air and naval operations. Phase 2, simply put, drone swarms. Israeli and perhaps even American drone
swarms use their own shit against them. The same shit that's keeping Russia. Russia has nothing for. Look how big fucking Russia is. Got nukes, everything, ballistic missiles, all that shit. Can't even use that shit. Can't use half that shit because the shit's too expensive. They have shot rockets at Ukraine. Don't get me wrong. But what's fucking up Russia more than anything else right now is them fucking Ukrainian drones. Got that big ass superpower fucked up. And here's Dragon.
Hey, what's good, brother?
What's up, Dragon? I ain't doing all that shit.
I'm doing good, man. Hopefully y'all are doing all right too.
I'm doing, this nigga been extra tonight.
It's all good.
Bitch ass nigga. Fuck.
That's gone.
Yeah, you know that's the theme, baby.
Yep.
But yeah, man, like we were saying, folks, this shit crazy. They about to go to drone strikes. Drone strikes. Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this. It's a lot of people out there be worried and shit. First of all, Jesus is my president, so it don't really matter. But aside from that, this man got saved by God from getting shot. Okay. Let's make it real practical for y'all dummies in the audience. Name the last Republican president in America that people believe was like the savior of the fucking party in modern times and was also not a politician until he actually stepped into political realm. Now, your boy Donald Trump reminds people of this person, but Donald Trump didn't go straight to being a president. No, he went straight to being a president. This other person had a little practice doing something else first. So the guy that I'm talking about is Ronald Reagan. Okay? So Ronald Reagan is supposedly like Republican like royalty. Okay? He was not a politician before he became a politician. Like, he didn't come up being no alderman, city council. Yeah, it was a movie star. And no homo, Ronald Reagan was a handsome young cat. He was beating chicks down in Hollywood, dog. Knocking them down. For real. And let's look at the comparisons. Your boy Trump was in New York knocking them down. He was dating black chicks, white chicks.
Knock that shit down, nigga.
He used to knock shit down, dog. Before his first wife was Marla Maples, this bitch was the fucking... Like, okay, dude, I can't remember how... Maybe, I don't even think Dragon remember this shit, because Dragon's a couple of years younger than me. Well, ain't no couple of years. That nigga about 7 years younger than me.
Yeah, I ain't that far
8
behind.
years. You about 6 years, nigga.
Yeah, I'm 42.
Yeah, nigga, I'll be 50 this year, nigga. You 7 years... You 8 years younger than me, nigga.
You say you be how old, nigga?
You 7 and some change. I'll be 50 in April, nigga.
Damn.
Fuck you.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Fuck you, nigga. Fuck you. Get him out of here. I wish I had that shit.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
No, I wish I had that one that does this. You need to leave. That's the one I want to.
Oh, you talking about? Oh, yeah, that's right. Fuck the devil. If I see the devil, I'll slap this nigga on sight. What? I thought we was on the same side. That shit had me dying.
But yeah, man. It used to be a time when, just like Ronald Reagan was in them streets, popular with everybody. Everybody knew him. He goes Republican.
Niggas don't want to fuck with him afterward.
Exactly. Donald Trump has done so much to so many people, man, and this man is not racist. I don't want to hear that shit.
I can't imagine how many I lost so many friends on Facebook because of the fact that I don't give a fuck about saying I'm a Republican now. I'm like, damn.
Dude, I'm gonna be true to my fucking self, man. I don't give a fuck about having no friends. Like, I can survive on my own without any goddamn people-to-people contact at all, dog. And if I want to have people-to-people contact, nigga, I'll go somewhere I really like everybody. Like, maybe, I don't know, Santo Domingo.
I had a dude call me. He was like, man, you really a sellout, bruh. I can't believe this shit. And so
I would
I
tell them
had the
sell out these
opportunity.
nuts.
I had the opportunity to be the bigger person, but I said powers to myself. Fuck that shit. And so I hit him with a trolling ass message. I was like, no, please don't go. Your friendship means this much to me. No, please, please. I was like, no, I'll vote Democrat. I'm sorry. And he was like, you for real? I was like, fuck no, nigga. Fuck you. Peace out, bitch. And I blocked him.
That shows you how goddamn they just enabled little bitch boy people, dog.
I'm like,
and that's not gender specific people. You can be a bitch as being a bitch. Y'all just some bitches. These liberals some bitches, man. I've lost people too. Fuck them.
So here's the funny shit. I was just like, wait 1 second. So you're telling me you're gonna I'm no longer your friend because I don't think the same as you. And I was like, so by me not voting the same way you vote, so you're basically gonna unfriend me. You're gonna wish harm upon me. And I was like, damn, who really is the fascist?
I know, right? This shit's crazy, dog.
Because you could think different. You could think different than me as long as as long as you have common sense, right? Like I have friends who vote blue because of the fact that maybe one of my friends is pro-trans and they make an actual argument about it. They make an actual argument. And so they was just like, well, you say you want less government in your life. And I'm like, yeah. And they was just like, don't you believe that it's too much of the government being involved in people's life? So say so on, like say people deserve to be trans, yada yada. And I was just like, you know what? You actually do make a good argument. I asked them this. So I was like, don't you believe we should have some form of government, like some form of government intervention at a certain limit? And they was just like, no. So I was just like, so if your mother is abusing the child, we should just allow the mother to continuously abuse the child. They was like, oh, of course not. You should call social services to grab the child and remove the child from the home. I was just like, that's government intervention. Who's the government to say that mother is not like who's the government to say
that she's not raising them right?
The child.
Yeah, there's not.
I was like, yeah. Like who? And I was just like, you see where I'm coming from? I was like, you gotta have some form of government intervention at everything because what has happened is the Democrats have did unlimited no government intervention in certain shit. Example, when it comes to the trans agenda, when it comes to basically the whole LGBTQ movement. They basically
I just don't want to. I don't want to pay
shit.
for somebody else's fucking choices, dog. When it comes to stuff that's not lined up the way my values fit, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not. I shouldn't be liable through taxes to pay for somebody's fucking gender affirming care.
Well, it wasn't just only that, but it was also an abortion too, because if you ever had to go to an abortion clinic, they charge you $300. That's because, if I remember correctly, the government has supplemented some of that procedure.
Yes, so they got to do. Yeah.
Roe v. Wade wasn't really about just the law; it was about government funding. You see how much money Planned Parenthood has lost ever since Roe v. Wade got overturned? They have lost a lot of fucking donations. They have lost a lot of federal money. And so, like example,
and once again,
I don't want
what do Republicans like? They like small government.
But also, I don't want my taxes to be involved in shit that I don't morally agree with.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm conservative.
Then the next argument they're gonna make, well, it's not a child anyway. And I was just like, okay, I play you on that. If a woman is pregnant and she gets unalive murder, whatever the fuck you want to call it, she gets she it's a double homicide. She gets murder, and I was like, well, should the guy be charged with double homicide? Should the woman be charged with double homicide for unaliving that woman with a child? They will always agree yes. And I'm just like, see there?
Exactly.
Even you agree that it's a baby.
It's a baby, exactly.
But it's a baby in the stomach when a woman gets unalived, but it's not a baby in the stomach when you want to make a decision of get rid of it.
They wanna be able to benefit from everything, but to not be accountable for nothing.
Then my favorite thing is they bring up incest and rape. I was like, do you know what the percentage of that?
3%.
No, it's not even less than. It's less than a percent.
Damn. So even if the numbers are wrong, it's still not a large percentage. You can't even argue. You can't argue. Like, you know how some people like to come with the whole thing that, like, well, you can't trust stats, you can't trust data. What about the plus or minus on that? You know, it's like, what if they're not counting? What if people aren't giving the info or the data for them to collect? Well, regardless, if it's less than 1%, that shit ain't gonna jump to 50% if all the data was reported. It's not gonna jump that fucking high.
I'm like, so there's certain shit that, yes, you have the right to disagree, but if you're making an argument and you're just like, I'm voting this way, at least you have some form of common sense, then I understand. Like, example, I used before, my brother. He is a Democrat. He cannot see himself voting for the Republicans. But he also cannot see himself voting for Democrats right now either.
Oh, wow.
So he is a lone man without a party.
Damn.
And you just, like, one thing about what I have a problem with, the same thing I have a problem with the Republicans is same thing most people have a problem with the Republicans. They're weak. No offense, they're weak.
Yeah.
They're weak.
Yeah.
The same shit the Democrats have no problem doing to you, the Republicans, we like, well, we shouldn't be that way. You know, we don't want this to do. I'm like, bro, stop being a bitch. And kill the filibuster. Like, let them go on the House floor. Let them go on the motherfucking House floor and argue to the American people why we should have illegal immigrants vote in our elections.
Yeah, they can do that.
They're talking about, well, we don't want to get rid of the filibuster if the Democrats, they're going to do it anyway. They already told you what their plan is. And the Republicans see what's going to happen is guys, when a Democrat until the Democrats become a little bit sane and stop seeing traitors against the country, until the Democrats do the right thing, you cannot trust the Democrats at all. Because it's at this point the Democrats are selling out our country. That's what's happening.
They are. They are.
Like, do you see what's going on with travel? Like, motherfucker, yo, who's making eggs?
I don't know who that is. It's not me, though.
Hey, I thought I was muted. My bad.
You cooking eggs, nigga?
This nigga cooking eggs.
No, I'm not cooking eggs. I'm doing alchemy.
Oh, he over there doing some shit. That's what he doing. He over there doing some shit. Over there
Oh
tripping.
my god! It sounded like this nigga. I thought this nigga was making eggs and shit. I was like, damn, nigga, I'm hungry too, nigga. Y'all niggas cooking?
This dude over there mixing it up.
Yeah. But yeah, so the Democrats, they have not they basically have chosen to we're not going to do what's right for the American people. We're going to do what's right for us to gain power. Then you have these low IQ Democratic voters. They're doing shit off of emotions. That's basically it. But we got to realize, though, a lot of these liberals, being a Democrat is their religion. That's the reason why they're crashing out so hard. It's because being a Democrat is a religion to them.
Yep.
Oh, you lucky I don't get out, bitch. Yeah, nigga, I remember you. You cut me off.
What? Boy,
I think I sent you a video of the motherfucker cut me off the road. It was that nigga.
Oh,
skies of Iran, hunting down IRGC members, flying in, popping them on the ground. That is phase 2. It is the phase of the drone swarms. That is where things are going right now. We may now be seeing the first visible example of this. Iranian reports today and video footage from Iran International indicate drones over Tehran, while Fars, this is the Iranian news agency, says IRGC and Basij patrol units, including at checkpoints today, were targeted and several IRGC members were killed. If confirmed, and it has been now, this is strategically important. For the first time, repression forces may fear for their own lives, just as protesters have feared for theirs for the last several years. That could change the calculus, most certainly on the ground, but also the psychological calculus. If you can invoke fear into the mind of these repression forces that are trying to, at gunpoint, force Iranians back in their houses, then they'll be maybe a little bit less incentivized to show up to work. And what is their work? Repressing the Iranian people. Changes the calculation here. These capabilities are part of a broader regime change toolkit necessary if military success is to translate into internal pressure on the ground against the regime. Phase 1 involved degrading nuclear, missile, military, and terror assets. Phase 2 raises the cost of repression inside of Iran through fracturing the repression apparatus, putting maximum pressure on the regime in their own streets, and maximum support for the Iranian opposition, the freedom fighters, the revolutionaries. And so now we're beginning to target IRGC foot soldiers themselves on the ground, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we mean by phase 2, who are attempting to maintain control over the Iranian people. 20 years ago, this sort of maneuver might have actually required sort of boots on the ground to accomplish. You'd have gunfights and maybe American soldiers or Israeli soldiers, marching through the hills of Iran, taking the fight to the IRGC, trying to actually boots on the ground way, dismantle these IRGC checkpoints. Now, however, all it takes to shut down these IRGC checkpoints and push back on the IRGC on the streets in their own country is not a group of U.S. soldiers. Now it's like a group of $100 drones. They're not even that expensive. So in a way, for all of us that don't want to see American boots on the ground,
do you know the shit
a lot of us
that
don't want to see that?
So
sort
the
of invokes these
lasers
memories of
that
the
they're
Bush-Obama war on terror. This development.
Oh, my
here
bad, my bad, bro, my bad, dude.
So Sean, the lasers that the United States are using against Iran, do you know how much it costs per shot?
I'm not exactly. I know pennies on the dollar.
1 penny per laser.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah.
It's our old friend Two-Steak Johnson, UM. Once again.
You got
Oh,
these ignorant ass niggas literally think Pete Hegseth ate how much millions of dollars of steak and lobsters all by
oh
himself.
yeah. They these dumbasses don't understand. Like I read up on that. It's basically use it or lose it. And what they do is to boost morale. They give the soldiers steak and lobster dinners, and these dumbasses thought Pete Hegseth was like fucking doing
Yeah,
that shit throughout the
the
whole year,
the
having this
funny
shit
part
every
is
night. Like you can't
the
even
funny
eat that much shit.
the funny part is what I think is absolutely hilarious. They saying this shit while there's military soldiers eating steak and lobster, and this one nigga is like, "I'm going back for seconds. Fuck it, we going to war."
Man, boy, look here, man. These damn liberals, dude. These fucking liberals, dog. Like I can't no more with them, dude. I can't no more with them motherfuckers, man.
Not knowing that
I can't.
no other country will do that. Like fucking Dominican Republic, their fucking troops are eating rice and beans because they don't have money for their troops.
You ought to see what the fucking the Chinese goddamn they damn near ain't eating sometimes, bro. In China, serious
I doubt it.
shit.
I doubt it
I've
because
seen the
they have.
reports, dude.
I don't know, but I would have to be like, well, China do have a strong agriculture industry.
Yeah, they do, but that don't mean they goddamn treat them jokers good. Look at how much goddamn liquor and money goddamn Kim Jong Un has in North Korea. He don't share that shit with his peoples, dog. Don't even share that shit with his soldiers. That motherfucker living on the high hole.
I don't know. The reason why I'm gonna say I don't know that is because you gotta. I think I'm thinking as like a little bit of a kingpin type of way, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't feed your soldiers, eventually your soldiers will be the one that's it's the one that's putting the knife in your back.
Yeah, of course.
And so I'm like with the whole now, is he ain't feeding his people? I guarantee he's not feeding his people. Is he feeding his soldiers? I bet you the soldiers are eating like kings. Because he needs the soldiers to keep the people in line. He can't do it by himself. And for morale, you gotta feed your soldiers and shit.
Yeah, I feel you.
But see,
I heard something different with China and shit. I mean, you got to understand they've been putting white water in their fucking rocket fuselages, nigga. That's also a report. Not all water, but water mixed with fuel, nigga.
no. So water is getting into their fuselages.
Well, we heard two different things. It's two.
No. Why I'm saying
How them liberals say two things
no,
can be right at the same time?
no. What I'm saying is they put in water in their fuselage. If you know what happens when you put water in your fuselage,
Yeah,
nothing. Nothing. Your rocket ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, it ain't going nowhere.
Or it might explode. It might explode with the increase of well, what would be carbon hydroxide.
I'm not sure, dude. I wouldn't
It'll
have
be
basic chemistry. I passed it.
so yeah. So like that's the reason why I'm saying like nah, that don't sound right because it would either do two things. It would that rocket will wound up being a dud, or it will explode whenever it tried to take off.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong, you know. Hey, I could put water in the fuselage, yo, hold on, you gotta pull that shit up because if that shit is true, I'm like, yo, shut the fuck up about China, nigga. These niggas ain't gonna. What they gonna do, nigga? Look at us and we gonna be scared, nigga. Yo, see, you can find that article, bruh. I gotta see this shit. If this shit is true, Sean, nigga. Oh, I put too much cinnamon. Oh well. Sean, if that shit is true, Sean, I never want to hear anybody say, but China. I'm like, China ain't gonna do shit. Y'all sound like a bunch of bitches.
This shit say January the 8th, 2024, corrupt Chinese officials filled missiles with water.
Oh, nigga, that's AI.
It says Newsweek, dude.
Is there like video?
No, nigga, it's an article, nigga.
Oh, I'm looking at. Oh, my bad. I'm looking at what you got on. My bad on YouTube.
Oh, no. This is, I was about to, let me stop this. Hold on. That's the next thing we're going to go to before we go to crypto news, man. Corrupt Chinese officials filled missiles with water, report says. It was in January 8, 2024, dog. Chinese officials filled missiles with water instead of rocket fuel in one example of pervasive corruption, according to a report on U.S. intelligence assessments of China's military. Sources familiar with these intelligence assessments, quoted by Bloomberg, said Chinese President Xi Jinping's recent extensive military purge was prompted by alarming levels of corruption within the nation's defense infrastructure. Widespread corruption had jeopardized President Xi's ambitious plans to modernize China's armed forces. The sources were quoted as saying this revelation had led U.S. officials to believe that President Xi is now less likely to consider major military actions in the foreseeable future. One example cited in the U.S. intelligence report was discovery of missiles filled with water instead of the necessary fuel. Additionally, numerous missile silos in western China had been found to have non-functional lids, rendering them ineffective for launching missiles, Bloomberg said. Newsweek could not independently verify the claims made by the U.S. intelligence assessments reported by Bloomberg. Neither Chinese nor U.S. officials responded immediately to Newsweek request for comment. Beijing, get the fuck out of the way. Beijing recently ousted 9 high-ranking People's Liberation Army of officers from the country's top legislature, the nation's People's Congress. The move has been described by analysts as a political purge, according to Xi, to root out corruption within the military. Revelations about corruption within China's military come at a time when the nation has been actively expanding its military presence in Asia, raising concerns among neighboring countries. Xi's efforts to purge the armed forces of corruption may be seen as an attempt to improve the effectiveness of his military modernization program. The sources, who remain anonymous due to the sensitive nature of the intelligence, told Bloomberg that the corruption within China's rocket force and a broader defense industrial base was so deep-rooted that it is now believed to affect Xi's propensity for military action in the foreseeable future. The assessment suggests China's military remains plagued with the problem of corruption despite Xi's concerted efforts to root it out since coming to power in 2013. Analysts are paying close attention to how China's internal challenges might affect its ability to launch an assault on Taiwan. China claims Taiwan as part of the territory, although the Chinese Communist Party has never governed the self-administered island in the 7 decades in power. Now, this article came out when? January 8th, 2024. This was when? January 8th, 2024 was when? Right after Trump came in office, right?
That is hilarious.
Right, Max?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Since
before
then,
he got in office.
Okay, it's before he got in office. Since then, who is China get a lot of its oil from? Venezuela,
Iran,
and Iran. So, if Xi was already having problems with corruption in his motherfucking military that prevented his modernization and ability to attack people, what you think losing 70% of your imported oil does to you? 70% of your imported oil. No, I'm sorry, 70% of your oil, because they import 70% of their oil. So what does losing all of your imported oil do to you as a country when you already got problems with corrupt officials putting water in your rocket fuel tanks? And y'all out here worried about fucking China. Yeah, maybe if a Democrat was the president, but we got a fucking dude that's already been in war, been on boots on the ground, and shot at folks, then trained other motherfucking people in other fucking countries as our Secretary of War. Which means he's in the room when they putting together the plans. Because you know it's him. It's fucking the damn chief, the Joint Chief of Staff's in the room with him putting these plans together. Then whatever branches of military that they are using, them whoever's on top of them using in the fucking room, then they all got advisors that they use that may be different fucking rankings in the room with them. Then you got other fucking people like possibly CIA, NSA, fucking FBI. You got all these motherfuckers in the room making motherfucking decisions on how to fucking damn plan a fucking attack, nigga. Plus all the information from radar and all that other shit. I'm gonna tell you right now, this shit gonna end before the end of March, dude. That's my motherfucking. They said 4 or 5 weeks. My thing is this: what do they teach every businessman when you in sales? You know, Max. They teach you so much, but I know you've heard of this before, Max. Under promise and do what?
Over deliver.
Thank you. So our businessman, salesman, real estate mogul, president says it's going to take 4 to 5, maybe 6 weeks. That's called under promising. Watch him over deliver. Watch him over deliver, folks. Because you don't tell somebody you're going to do something if you can't do it. He knows this. His reputation is on the line.
What happened, Donald Trump? Like, man, fuck my reputation, nigga.
I mean, he could say that shit. I mean, he is Donald Trump, man. That motherfucker don't give a fuck this second term, dog. You can tell he can't fucking run again. You can tell he can't run again.
He like, I'm
you come in, leave a comment. You can tell he ain't gonna run again, dog, because he don't give a fuck. He don't give shit.
All these shit that y'all bitches was scared to do.
Hey, you seen that? Have you seen that? Have you seen that meme where he's dressed up like a gangster sitting at the podium talking about some, yeah, shit, and you know I'm the only one that's gonna be able to do this shit. That shit's crazy, dog. But anyway, yeah, so there y'all have it, folks. They put water in their fucking damn fuselages. But let's go to this right. This is the next thing we're going to go to. And this is talking about biblical prophecy. And then we're going to go to crypto news. Look at this shit here. This is Benny Johnson, by the way.
You ever get the sinking sense that you are sleepwalking through the end times and what we are watching play out is simply God's design in Revelation? Perhaps AI is the Antichrist? And the war that we are witnessing right now raging in the Mideast, well, it was just bound to happen and there's nothing anybody could do about it. You hate to have been part of it, but nonetheless, God's plan is going to be God's plan as you watch rockets rain down on Jerusalem, some of the holiest sites in all of Christendom and Islam and Judaism. You sort of get that sense that you can't stop what's coming. And what's coming is going to be Revelation itself. And now we've seen explosions on the Temple Mount. Iranian missile lands a few hundred meters from Jerusalem's Old City Western Wall. The Dome on the Rock Mosque and the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, you can see here, if you've ever been to Jerusalem, the scaffolding that carries up to the Temple Mount that surrounds this location. Of course, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, one of the most holy places in all of Christendom, air raid sirens and evacuations as pilgrims are sheltering in place inside of this holy place. Look at this. And it is what the end times looks like. antiquity holds, Christ was crucified, ascended into heaven. Wild scenes. Okay, why should we care about these kind of things so much? Why does this matter? Well, the Temple Mount right here is right now a mosque. It's called the Dome on the Rock. It's a mosque that was built there after the temple was destroyed by the Romans 70 years after Christ's death. This Temple Mount, all that's left of the original Temple Mount, known as Solomon's Temple, are some really big rocks. All of the temple has been completely wiped clean, but it was a massive structure. It looked like this when it was fully built. It was the tallest building in all of antiquity. According to Jewish tradition, it housed the essence and spirit of God himself in this temple. And you can see how magisterial it is and impressive it would be even to this very day. Nonetheless, Christ preached inside of these temple courts and said that not a single stone will be left one on another. Everybody laughed at him at the time. Christ said, I am the temple. When Christ was crucified, the curtain that separated the presence of God was torn in two. And 70 years after, the destruction of the second temple happened exactly as Christ predicted it. The second temple was destroyed exactly 70 years after Christ's death. Roman forces under Titus ripped every single stone down in the siege of Jerusalem. The revolt began. The siege, Roman legions besieged Jerusalem, starting at Passover, breaching the walls after months of intense fighting, starvation, internal strife. In August, 70 years after Christ's death, a fire was set to the temple, and soldiers took the total destruction of the temple. The city was razed, the population was slaughtered or sold in slavery. The temple treasures were carried off to Rome. The loss of a central place of worship transformed Jewish life, ending sacrificial system and leading to the development of synagogues and local community worship. The loss of this, of course, is, and it continues to be, totally and completely critical to the Jewish faith. The Dome on the Rock, of course, sits there now. It's one of the world's oldest surviving Islamic architecture. Again, you can see here, this, of course, is inside of the heart of the modern state of Israel.
So hold on, pause it real quick.
This is the place that it holds. Anyway, why
So
is any of this
are
important?
you saying that they purposely aimed it at the
I don't think they hit it. I don't think they hit it, but it came close. He didn't say that they hit it, right? I didn't hear him say that they hit it.
Okay. Because I thought, if I remember correctly, certain religious shit is supposed to be off limits.
Well, you know how Muslims are, radical Muslims do. They have a tenet in Sharia law called taqiyya that we've spoke about on this channel before, where they basically are justified by Allah to lie, to promote their religion if they want to, which means they'll lie regardless of whenever.
It's against the law. It's against the law to spread the word of Islam in Islamic countries. You gotta go to
But they can lie though. That's what I'm saying. But they can lie. The thing is they can lie whenever they want to lie.
Mm-hmm.
So
you gotta go to a foreign land in order to in order to spread the word of it, spread the word of Islam. Yeah. Sorry, man. I'm eating my sweet potato.
So they said a temple exists again in Jerusalem. So 2 Thessalonians 2:4 says, "He, the man of sin, sits in the temple of God, proclaiming himself to be God." And this supposedly has to happen in Jerusalem. And this is before the last battle, before, I believe it's before tribulation, before rapture, all that stuff. This all has to happen. When you see the abomination of desolation standing in the holy place, that's Matthew 24:15. The Antichrist or a divining power will desecrate the temple. This is a critical marker signaling the countdown to tribulation. So tribulation has not come yet, but it's going to come. Let me see. It's another thing. Persecution of believers. Severe persecution of Jews and Christians occurs tied to the temple defilement. That's in Matthew 24:9 and 10. They will deliver you to be afflicted. Many will fall away. And I believe that's after tribulation. Mark of the Beast too. Mark of the Beast is supposed to happen too before tribulation. So it's a lot of things that people, they think, oh, it's coming out. No, a lot of stuff has to happen. And stuff has happened. There's been a falling away of the church. There's been defilement.
That river, Nez, what is it? Euphrates River is drying up.
Euphrates
River is drying up.
But see, if this temple gets destroyed, they got to build another one. If they build another one, that's when you ought to be aware that a lot of shit about to go down. Also, the witnesses at the wall. There's supposed to be a time when there's supposed to be witnesses that appear at the wall in Jerusalem, witnessing about the coming of Christ. Okay, and that has not happened. And they're supposed to do that for a certain amount of days, and then they're supposed to be unalived right there at the wall, and then they resurrect too.
Ain't the witness supposed to be like anybody?
It just says 2 witnesses. It doesn't say who. But it says they're there for a certain amount of time.
It'd be crazy, nigga. You go to Jerusalem just to visit, and some weird shit start happening to your body. Then
and you one of the witnesses.
You want to witness some nigga come up there and kill you, nigga. Like, oh, what the fuck?
That's just crazy, man.
They ain't say it was gonna be me.
Hold on real quick. Witnesses at the wall. All right. So basically, what I was just saying was Revelation 11:3-6. And I will give power to my 2 witnesses. Notice this says I will give power. So what did Max just say? Max said, wouldn't it be really weird if you go to Jerusalem and then just some power just start taking over your body? He just said that shit, y'all. This is in the Bible. It says, and I will give power to my 2 witnesses, and they will prophesy for 1,260 days. You're not going to be able to miss this, because it's going to be all over for somebody on YouTube. Because see, here's the thing. With the way the internet is now, even if the network televisions don't pick this shit up, some Christian in Jerusalem is going to pick this shit up.
Man,
I'll be right there filming.
I'll be so fucking mad at that shit on TikTok. I'll be like, man, this is some bullshit.
It says for 1,260 days, clothed in sackcloth. Okay, Revelations is was
so 4 years.
Translated by the Greek, right?
Mm-hmm. So 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Now, here's the thing that goes with it that is supposed to really stand out to people. Because it's not just witnesses being at the wall, because he's going to give them all his wisdom to say whatever verses they need to say, bring it right off top of their dome, be able to witness and everything like they're supposed to, evangelize, all that stuff. That's going to be straight coming from God through them. They're not going to have to know none of this stuff. So that means he can
say
use
God
whoever.
Bless all the trap niggas.
He can use whoever the heck he wants, because he always does anyway. He used Moses. Moses was a murderer. He used Jacob. Jacob was he was a swindler. Swindled his own dang brother out his birthright. He used Noah. Noah was a drunk. Okay, you can look at it in the Bible. Right after they found land,
Moses wasn't no drunk. Moses was real nigga, man. What you talking about, man? Moses
after they found land, go read it in the Bible. After they found land, he went somewhere, got drunk as a skunk, butt ass naked, got mad because one of his sons basically outed him out to the rest of his sons, basically said, come on. And what's the crazy part is Noah just shows how much of a human he is, because his son went to go get his brothers. Let's go clean up daddy. Let's go take care of daddy. But daddy said, me? Curse you, because that's messed up. But that shows you how much of a human Noah was.
Y'all niggas just
freaking Moses was not only a murderer, he had a stutter. Seriously, he had a bad stutter, bro.
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing. I'm just only thing I can think of is
I can't remember what was Joshua's problem. Joshua had an issue too. I can't remember what it was.
I'm just thinking of what was that nigga? Peter
was a filthy mouth sailor, bro.
I'm thinking about
that had anger issues, bro.
I'm thinking about what was that nigga? What was that movie? Boomerang. The boxer with the stuttering. You be like, you gonna bet on me?
Yeah. You said, dude, you gonna win?
You a rich motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm gonna win. He said, you gonna get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna bet on you. Well, you see yourself a rich motherfucker.
Hey, but basically, right, the verse goes on to say he's clothed. They're going to be clothed in sackcloth. We're going to come back to that word, sackcloth. Then it says they have authority. Then they shut up, man. This says they have authority to shut the sky so that it does not rain, to turn waters into blood. So that's two miracles right there. They're going to be able to shut the sky down, so it's going to be a drought. Water can turn into blood, no matter where that water is, and to strike the earth with every kind of plague as often as they desire. As often as they desire. As often. I mean, it's going to happen over and over and over and over and over again as often as they desire. Now, let's look and see what the Greek word for sackcloth is.
I couldn't imagine just finish working out. You thirsty than the motherfucker. You like, I'm about to down some water. You start chugging that shit, then all that shit gets turned into blood. Oh,
Sakos. Sakos is derived from Hebrew. The Greek word for sackcloth in the Bible is sakos. This term is derived from Hebrew and refers to a coarse fabric made from goat hair, often worn as a sign of mourning or repentance. So that's why they're wearing sackcloth. They're wearing sackcloth as the two witnesses because they're trying to get people to repent that Jesus is coming. So just remember that, folks. The witnesses got to come to the wall before all this stuff happens anyway.
And why is it important that bombs are landing on the Temple Mount? Well, because of a prophecy of a third temple. Third temple refers to the hypothetical future rebuilt Jewish temple on the Temple Mount, same site where the first temple was built. The second temple was rebuilt, and then this would be the third temple. In mainstream Judaism, the rebuilding of the temple is considered a central part of the messianic prophecy and ultimate redemption. It would restore the full system of sacrifices, priestly services, and divine presence and dwelling among the people. Jewish tradition draws from biblical sources. Also, in Christendom, in Christian end times prophecy, the third temple plays a significant role, linked to the passages.
The man of sin. See where it says there? I read that earlier. The man of sin or Antichrist desecrating it in Revelation 11, measuring the temple. Many see it's the construction as a prerequisite or a sign, because basically in Thessalonians 2, 3 through 4, the Antichrist is supposed to declare himself God in the temple. So the temple has not been destroyed, which means that shit ain't finna happen right now.
When you see
that shit get destroyed, you better straighten your act up, nigga.
Hey,
That's all I'm gonna say.
I'll be so salty if we find out Donald Trump was Antichrist, man, I'd be like, man, these
I'll be
niggas
salty as
called it.
shit too.
I'd be like,
They
I'd
called
be
it.
at
They
the,
fooled me.
I'd be at the purgatory. So I'm like, God, I thought he was
Exactly. You saved him. You saved him.
with you.
What if God look at you and be like, nah, that was Satan did that shit. I ain't do that shit.
You ain't listening, nigga. He wasn't listening. I'm like, yo, the other side had transgenders.
I'm like, God, but he wrote a law that wasn't but two genders, though, law, God. And he was against transgenders, God.
He said, bitches get money. What?
You're stupid. You're stupid. Let's continue, man. Shit.
Where the Antichrist desecrates a third temple.
Yeah, you better
In
continue.
Revelation, it talks
Put my
about
mouth
what
in
the
both
temple
of us in
will
hell.
look like, and how it will be measured. Many see the construction as a prerequisite to the end of time itself, the return of Christ, the tribulation. There's been no third temple built. The Temple Mount remains under Muslim administration. So, of course, like, how could there be a Jewish temple there? Well, unless it gets blown up, which is why the bombs striking the Temple Mount are very significant. If the mosque gets blown up, will it be rebuilt? Would there be, and there is, an active political and religious forces that would push to rebuild a temple like this instead of a mosque?
And I'm gonna mention this real quick because I had mentioned a prophecy that's already like coming true right now. It's in Jeremiah, I want to say. Jeremiah or it's Jeremiah. Yeah, Jeremiah 49, 36 to 38 talks about Elam. Elam is in the vicinity of southern Iran. They said there'll be a throne that gets resurrected in Persia. Iran is modern day Persia. Them people consider themselves Persian. Now, with that being said, go look up Jeremiah 49, 36, no, 35. You know what? Bump it. I'll read it to you guys. Bump this. Watch this.
Yo, it'd be fucked up. They be like, since Donald Trump wouldn't consider him a king, we built him a kingdom in Iran. I'm like, I told you motherfuckers he was the Antichrist.
You stupid. All right, hold on. Here, is this it? Okay, I think this is it. This is what the Lord Almighty says. See, I will break the bow of Elam. Bow. This is Greek translation. Bow means projectile. I will break the ballistic missiles of Elam, the mainstay of their might. What do people say Iran's biggest weapon is? Their ballistic missiles. All right. Hold on, that's not
I thought it was
it.
drones, niggas, but hey.
Okay.
I'm talking shit. Don't listen to me.
No, it's all good, dog. Where was I at? Right here.
No, it ain't all good,
okay.
nigga.
I will bring against Elam the four winds from the four quarters of heaven. Who is attacking Iran right now? You got USA, you got Israel, you got some of the other Muslim countries.
You got Saudi Arabia, Qatar.
They're attacking them from the four winds from different directions. Okay. All right.
Oh shit!
Scatter,
hold on, time out. Time out. You're absolutely right. No, but no one's they only get attacked by three. No one's attacking them from the north.
Aren't they attacking they're attacking Hamas in not northern Israel, but Lebanon, right?
Yeah.
That's north of Iran, right?
I have no idea.
Okay, well, anyway.
I didn't think. I thought Lebanon
I feel you.
I
I feel you though.
But
listen,
wait.
I will scatter them to the four winds, and there will be there will not be a nation. Now, this ain't come true yet. where Elam's exiles do not go. I will shatter Elam before their foes, but before those who want to kill them. I will bring disaster on them, even my fierce anger, declares the Lord. I will pursue them with the sword until I have made an end of them. I will set my throne in Elam. Now, the fastest growing Christian population in the modern world, in the Middle East, is Iran. I will set my throne in Elam and destroy her king, the Ayatollah, and officials. This says this in the dang Bible now, declares the Lord. Yet I will restore the fortunes of Elam in days to come, declares the Lord.
You doing good? How you reading that, man? How you reading that, man? But I don't know why you reading like a preacher. Like the Bible says.
Boy, you stupid. The Bible says. Anyway.
Awesome.
The Bible says.
Look, there goes the courts. Outer courts, inner courts. That's where the
there would be, and there are.
That's where
in Christendom and in Jewish circles. There are, of course, very conflicting opinions on how this would all come about. Nobody agrees really on anything. The concept remains deeply symbolic and hopeful in Jewish prayer and thought, mentioned in daily prayers and Christian prayers, frankly, because Christians believe it will usher in the end times and the return of Christ. But it's also highly sensitive geopolitically because an attempt to alter the Temple Mount would trigger major conflict between Jews and Muslims, unlike anything we've ever seen. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you watch, I mean, here you can literally see from the walls of Jerusalem the Iranian regime launching missiles directly at Jerusalem, city of sacred billions to believers in the month of Ramadan, over the Western Wall, over the Dome on the Rock, and the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, the most holy places in all of antiquity, right? Through to the present day. You wonder why it's always, like, everyone's always talking about Jerusalem and Israel? This is why. Because all of the three major religions of the planet have their nexus of holy spots there in that city. Video shows Iranian impact sites in Jerusalem. You can see the actual church there as the missiles rocket to the ground and explode. One hit right next to the Dome on the Rock. Where's the outrage? Again, if a missile hits the Dome on the Rock and it's from Iran, or perhaps it's a false flag, you don't know, I don't know. Here we have the Israel Foreign Ministry.
Oh shit! All shit.
And if you didn't know, Jesus is mentioned in the Torah, he's mentioned in the Bible, and he's mentioned in the Quran.
The Iranian regime is firing missiles directly at
Jesus
Jerusalem.
was a prophet in the Quran.
Right at the Dome on the Rock.
He doesn't. The Quran doesn't see Jesus as the Son of God, but they see him as a prophet.
Yeah, I know. I didn't say that. I just said he's mentioned in all three major literature of all three religions. He's mentioned in all three.
Shit, I think he's even mentioned in Buddhism.
He might be. You got to be a major joker to be mentioned in three different religions. That's all I'm gonna say.
Protecting lives of worshipers, safety concerns. This is why prayer at holy sites has been temporarily suspended. So now they're suspending prayer at the holy sites. It's happening, man. It's happening. The Church of the Resurrection. It is the holiest site in Christianity. So it is wild that this is a site that's getting hit now. So you have like Christianity's holiest site, Islam's holiest site, and Judaism's holiest site, all within line, all within fire. According to tradition, the church contains both the site of Christ's, where Christ was crucified, Golgotha, and the location of Jesus' empty tomb, where he was buried and resurrected. They are immensely holy sites for Christianity. And this is what it looks like. So, yeah, I mean, like, listen, Iran launches 42nd wave of missiles with the supreme leader's first statement. Could these missiles hit and destroy the dome on the rock? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the thing is really not that well built in the first place, and it could, it could be obliterated by that or by a false flag attack. This is really happening. Again, keep your eye on a swivel. Understand, like perhaps maybe Iran would actually target this if they were to destroy this mosque. I mean, it seems a little crazy, but like if they were to destroy this mosque, they'd be able to turn the entire Muslim world against Israel, where there's actually been some tenuous allyship there through the Abraham Accords and in this, current Iranian war. So keep an eye out for the end times. You would need to destroy this mosque in order to usher in the end times, according to Jewish and Christian tradition, the third temple being rebuilt.
What they also don't tell you is not only does that have to happen, but so many other things, like I said, the witnesses. Do you know that Jesus is supposed to rule on earth for 1,000 years before the end battle? You talking about plenty of time. I ain't saying you got plenty of time, but you got time. Don't act like you got that much time.
Rebuilt there.
Ain't also like
be very, very cautious.
Ain't like when Jesus is supposed to rule, like, in times, and like, don't people stop dying or something like that?
Well, he locks the devil up in a pit for 1,000 years. This is after the Antichrist shows his face, because he locks the Antichrist and the daggum devil in a pit for 1,000 years. And the Antichrist ain't even showed up yet.
A lot of people believe the Antichrist has been born.
No,
it's already
he ain't made
here.
him, yeah, I feel you, but he ain't showed himself. He hasn't showed himself yet. There's a lot of shit supposed to happen, man. But a lot of shit has happened too, depending on your interpretation of it. Like, there's a verse that says something about when society basically doesn't know good from evil. There's still a good bit of society that does know it, but you see we floating the wrong way. If Kamala Harris would have got in office,
Shit.
man, look here.
But that bitch is the Antichrist.
If she would have gotten office, boy, look here.
What happened in translation is the Antichrist is actually a woman, not a man. Or a trans woman.
You might have said something. It depends on what part of the Bible it actually says Antichrist in.
If we was
You gotta look
monetized,
at the
this
different
shit would get
translation of it.
monetized. I say if we was monetized, this shit was not. This episode is not getting monetized.
Why you say that, man?
And then be like, you saying trans woman's a fucking Antichrist, nigga? Y'all niggas, man, get the fuck off of YouTube. Your account has been permanently banned. I'm like, what?
Allegedly. Anyway, let's continue. We gotta get the crypto news, man.
Cautious, ladies and gentlemen. Know your Bible. Know your scriptures.
Yeah,
I
my
know
girl
what's up.
getting pissed off at me.
And man, Sean Ryan did a recent interview with a priest talking about the Third Temple actually being inside of the Catholic Church. I thought it was totally fascinating, and that there won't be a third temple built here. Something critical to understand as we work through this news cycle. Again, nobody really agrees, but this is what it may actually mean. I'll end with this. Here we go.
What about the temple? According to the fathers of the church, at least the ones that I've read, they said the temple will never be rebuilt. And
it will never be.
It will never be rebuilt. And the reason being is because, first of all, Julian the Apostate tried to rebuild it, and it was destroyed in the process. Christ actually put an end to the Jewish sacrifice on purpose, because the Jewish sacrifice in the Old Testament was a lead up or a prefigurement of Christ. And so he gave them one generation in order for them to convert to Christianity. And when they didn't, he put an end to their sacrifice. So technically speaking, there hasn't been practicing Jews in 2,000 years, because the temple hasn't been around. They haven't been able to offer sacrifice. Doesn't mean that they don't pray and things of that sort, but they haven't been able to enact their primary religious duties, which is to offer sacrifice. Plus their Levitic line, which is their priestly line, was destroyed. So, but then, and the difficulty is people tend to misinterpret the book of Daniel, which says when the abomination of desolation takes its seat in the temple. What they don't realize is that is not a reference to the Jewish temple. That's where the Protestants are getting it wrong. So a lot of the Protestants are thinking, oh, well, let's help the Jews rebuild the temple, and then that will usher in, because Christ is going to return, after the temple. They think the temple is going to be rebuilt. And then as a result of that, the temple has to be rebuilt in order for the Antichrist to put himself in there. So let's do that so that the Antichrist will come, and then that means that Christ will come. And that's kind of their reasoning behind it. Well, first of all, just getting through the years of the Antichrist is going to be brutal, so I wouldn't be pushing that. But the fathers of the church are very clear that it will never be rebuilt, and that the reference to the abomination of desolation taking its seat in the temple is actually a reference to the Catholic Church. That's what the fathers say it's a reference to. That there's going to be some way in which the situation in the church will become compromised to such a degree. It doesn't mean people have to know it, but its essential elements will still remain intact. But that the Catholic Church itself would become compromised in that process.
That's not hard to believe. I mean, shit. For years, we've already heard about, allegedly Catholic priests pretty much beating little boys down. Pause.
Why you say it like that? Why you say it like that? What the fuck wrong with you, dude?
Dog. I can't say, okay, S-A-N, can I say S-A-N?
Yeah.
Okay, Catholic priests S-A-N little dudes, man. I'm trying not to say it the wrong way, dog. It was kind of diabolical how I said that shit, though. Now that you mention it, shit.
I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? Yo, I'm like, damn, I wish we had that. I wish we had that Mace soundbite and be like, yo, chill. Yo, who the fuck is this nigga?
Crypto Dragon, what's up, man? What the business is?
This nigga talking about priest be busting that boy. I've heard it all, boy. I've heard it all.
Crypto.
Please save me, Dragon. Save me, nigga.
All right, until he gets here. Until he gets here, we got another interesting. I like Professor Nez. Professor Nez be having like interesting shit he be talking about. Let's go to Professor Nez, man. He does a pretty good Donald Trump impression too. Sometimes when he feels like doing it. Here we go.
Well, the fake news woke media corporate press does it again. I reported on a story yesterday that was first broken by ABC, one of the wokest of the woke networks out there, about the FBI warning police departments in California about a potential threat from Iran, who plan to attack the U.S. coastline, specifically targeting California. And God knows how many residents, including my wife, were actually petrified at the thought of this, because, yes, they are insane enough to do something that vile, that ghoulish, that disgusting, and that insane. Well, guess what? Caroline Levitt was furious today, posting this on X, saying this post. And
I mean, when you think about it, though, even with the sanctuary cities and them busing people to sanctuary cities, most of the illegal aliens is in fucking California. Best believe it. Most of them. Guaranteed.
Shit. We have talked about this. We have talked about this before. How about they're having problems getting people to do jury duty because motherfuckers aren't legal.
Damn. God.
Yeah.
Damn. That's crazy, man.
Yeah. Like I told somebody that he was like, "You're lying." I was like, "No, you could Google it." I'm like, they having problems with jury duty in California because they have a large influx of illegals who can't do jury duty because of the fact of they literally said it, citizenship status. I forgot the words. Other words.
Yeah.
Said, but you know,
that's a damn shame.
It's funny. I think it's hilarious.
That's funny. It's hilarious, but it's a damn shame. Let's go and see what this dude.
Story should be immediately retracted by ABC News for providing false information to intentionally alarm the American people. She said that this was a phony story that, quote, there has never been a credible threat against the American homeland from Iran. Of course, Newscomb called this a, quote, critical threat. He said, quote, drone issues have been top of mind. We've been aware of that information. We've been working collaboratively with the State Operations Center. That means, folks, that just this week, we had woke CNN do a complete fabrication on the story of the NYC terrorists who threw a makeshift bomb into a peaceful protest near Mamdani's mansion. You have Abby Phillips, CNN host, saying that it was directed at Mamdani and then having to go and do a retraction and saying, I apologize, which we know she don't mean that. Anna Navarro, who's a complete walking catastrophe, also made the same claim, but no apology from her yet. And then earlier today, CNN's Caitlin Collins gets completely reamed and lambasted by Senator John Fetterman for their continued negative coverage of the false debunked story of the kindergarten elementary school in Iran being hit by a Tomahawk missile, which has now been debunked. It was not a Tomahawk missile. It was one of the IRGC's missiles. Fetterman, who's like one of the only Democrats who actually supports saving all of these millions of Iranians, over 83% of them want this terrorizing regime gone, which has facilitated, nurtured, and supported terrorists for 50 years, to actually go on CNN and school them and say, what's wrong with you people? Where were you? You're all this outrage about this school, which has been debunked. Where were you when the tens of thousands, I'm hearing some reports, it's over 50,000 innocent Iranians were massacred? Where are the feminists? Where is Michelle Rapinoe? Where are the soccer players? These poor Iranian, brave, real. You want to know what real rebellion looks like? What real courage looks like? These Iranian soccer team women who defied the Islamic Republic regime and now facing persecution. Where are they? Where are the Democrats? Where are the liberals? Where are the feminists? Where's the Rapinoes? Nowhere. That's where. So this story, getting back to what Caroline Levitt called a blatant lie and false information, just think about the magnitude of this. The mainstream media is so set on undermining America, undermining this administration, that they're willing to absolutely amplify a false story, create, you want to talk about fear-mongering and demagoguery, create unbridled fear in the streets of California, and not just in Southern California, Northern California, Central, the entire state, is spreading vile, false, propagandized terror. Let that sink in, America. I almost forgot to mention this. CNN just aired over 4 minutes of Islamic Republic state media on uninterrupted, 4 minutes straight of Islamic state media complaining about America, complaining about Trump, complaining about the attacks, but not one mention about everything I talked about before, the massacre, the soccer, courageous soccer team, women who are fighting for their rights to live, for their rights of their people, not one mention. And now have a brand new live breaking news a terrorist attack at a synagogue in Michigan, one in Virginia by both who are Muslim. And now this gives me the perfect segue to this right here. And what you see right here are people kneeling in Islamic prayer. And this is not in some random home somewhere in the Middle East or Far East. This is right here in the United States of America at New York City Mayor Mamdani's residence. Check this out.
No. Want to make some of that?
I'm actually surprised he has the American flag there.
Growing up with being taught that
New York, you guys are done. You've been taken over. It is what it is.
And this guy right here, that index finger that he's pointing at right there, you know what that is?
That's an ISIS salute.
That's the same
That's an ISIS
exact
salute.
index finger that was used by the New York NYC ISIS sympathizing teenager. Remember the CNN.
Mondami has ISIS connections. Allegedly. Dude just did the ISIS salute sitting in goddamn Mondami house. I bet Mondami don't even know he did it.
And then called them teenagers on a warm afternoon, which is absolute bat beep crazy. It's the same salute. The one finger ISIS salute, just days after one of the radical Islam Muslims attempted to carry out an attack against conservatives in NYC. That same finger. And you can see them laughing because they know what kind of impression it will make. Watch them laugh. Same exact finger. Can you imagine Americans on 9/12, the day after 9/11, 2001, being told that in 2026, this is who would run New York, and this is the kind of activity, somebody doing a one-finger ISIS salute. That's the kind of activity that would be nurtured, facilitated, and supported inside the world's largest metropolitan, the United States of America's greatest city, New York City, capital mayor's office. Can you even fathom that happening?
That's crazy.
We were supposed to never forget. It looks like New York forgot. And the liberals and Democrats like Schumer and the whole lot of them, AOC and mentally Ilhan Omar, they love these guys. They love that this is happening. They love that we have enemies within literally conquering our nation without firing a single bullet. Remember this guy right here? This guy, the Maryland man that Van Hollow spent taxpayer money traveling to have margaritas with to try to get him back after he was deported for doing all sorts of absolute repulsive criminal things, including trafficking and smuggling. Well, guess what? Mamdani, not only did he have Islamic prayer and a complete Islamic pageant at the mayor's office, he had Khalil, this guy, at his home. Oh, and by the way, his wife, I'm not sure if you heard this or not, his wife, who's in the picture as well, sitting above Khalil, his wife actually was caught red-handed liking on social media innumerable posts that celebrated October 7th and derided Israel in multiple capacities. If this isn't a direct slap in the face to all Americans, especially the Americans who suffered and sacrificed their lives for what happened on 9/11. Mamdani defended his hosting of Mahmoud Khalil at the Gracie Mansion, saying he was simply standing up for First Amendment rights. He says, as the mayor of New York City, I believe it is my responsibility to fight for the safety for the rights of each and every New Yorker. The only charge that was levied against him was the exercising of his First Amendment rights, which is complete BS. The guy is he cheated on his wife, he trafficked drugs, and God knows what else. Deported by ICE and fought tooth and nail for by Democrats. So let's just kind of recap for a second here. This is what radical Islamic jihadist extreme followers have been up to and have done in these United States in the last week. One, shoots up a bar in Austin, Texas, kills 2, shoots 14. 2, another one lights a Molotov cocktail and throws it at Christians in New York City. 3, another one throws a nail bomb or shrapnel IED at Christians in New York City. 4, another one tries to bomb a Southwest flight. Maybe you didn't hear about this. Going from Nashville to Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
Another one throws IED shouting Allahu Akbar at a protest near Gracie Mansion in New York City. Another one makes a bomb threat and forces a plane to land in Atlanta. Another one drops a bomb threat at Kansas City Airport, and the DHS is reporting that jihadi threats against churches across the U.S. right now are completely exploding. Jewish synagogue and pre-K attacked in Michigan, and Norfolk,
That's the one we covered earlier, folks.
Virginia campus attacked just recently. This just happened today. For some reason, radical Islam is the one religion that the left will fight for until their dying breath. And for whatever reason, Christianity is somehow always the problem. This is how it starts, folks. This is how it starts. I did an entire presentation on what life was like, not only in the Middle East, but in the entire world, including the United States, pre-1979, when this insidious, sick ghoul you see at the top of your screen, Khomeini, and his Islamic regime forced the Shah out in 1979, much to the help of one of the worst presidents of all time, Jimmy Carter, and after 1979. This is how it starts, folks. Khomeini in Paris, 1978. Mamdani in NYC, 2026. I just have one question for anybody watching. Can you name me one thing? Name me one thing Islam has done that has benefited Western civilization. Name me one thing. Leave it in the comments down below. I can't wait to hear from you. Let me know what you think of everything that I've shared with you today. Tap that thumbs up if
I mean, that's a good question, though. What's one thing that Islam has done that has benefited Western civilization? I can't name a thing.
Allahu Akbar.
Boy, you stupid. You dumb dog, get out, man. I wanna send So Dragon said he can't do nothing tonight. So we can either cut off here, or I got one more video I can show where I have some Europeans that's reacting to the news of the F-47 6th generation jet that they are developing in America. That's probably already flown a couple of flights already. Matter of fact, I'm interested in that. I might just I'm just going to show a little bit of that, and then we can call it a night. Let's just see a couple of minutes of it. Let's go.
Who is the best jet in the world?
The F-22 is the best jet in the world. That's a great question,
It
Sarah.
is, yeah.
I think the answer
That's
is yes,
debatable.
probably, but not for long.
Why?
They are making a new one. I'm not even joking.
Really? You have to show me.
Okay, actually, let's go into this.
What do you think is the best jet in the world, Max? You said it's debatable. I think it is the F-22 Raptor, but you said that's debatable. Max? Max? I guess he's gone.
Oh, my bad. My bad. My bad. Yeah, my bad. I thought he said something else, but yeah, he's talking about the Raptor. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing better than that shit.
Okay.
Yeah, if you seen
Interesting
that,
for sure.
if you see that F-22 and you don't got something equal to it, you're a dead man.
I think there's a story out there, and this actually happened, folks, where America was flying one jet. I can't remember the name of the jet was, and or either it was some enemy jets was in our airspace or in the wrong airspace, and they got close to one of our aircrafts, and then the F-22 was out there just in support, and the dude was so close to them they didn't even know the motherfucker was there, He flew right up between them. They didn't even catch him on the radar until the bitch was. They never caught him on radar. That's how goddamn stealthy that bitch is.
Yeah, like
Really?
the motherfucker's fast. Like,
And it's fast as fuck. It's fast
like,
as fuck.
I have seen
We're using alien technology to damn make these shits, dog. Now that you know Trump done made that shit public, I'm pretty sure there's something in there. I haven't seen the damn shit, but I'm pretty sure there's something in there that says we got some of our technology from their ass, and it's probably our damn planes. Cause they designed the B-2 Spirit stealth bomber. They designed that bitch at Area 51. They say that. They admit that they designed it at Area 51 because they didn't want no damn shit getting out, no leaks and shit.
It would be funny, like just like find out years in the future that Area 51 was just a plant by the United States government just to fuck with people, so they won't bother them while they were building their new stealthy bomb.
I mean, shit. That shit is, you can't get in that area. You can't even fly over that bitch.
F-47 is the scariest fighter jet the US has ever built.
Okay.
Better than the F-35, better than the F-22. It's probably a crazy one. Clara, say hello to our friends.
Hi, guys.
My friends, thank you so much for all the support. We really appreciate that.
Oh, did you hear that they redid and upgraded the Top Gun jet?
Oh, where?
The Tomcat, yeah, they updated that bitch. They made it more powerful and a little bit more faster. I think it's called the Strike Eagle.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man, that shit's cool as fuck, dude. And it didn't cost them that much, so it's a little bit more expendable. And them bitches ain't never been shot down. They ain't never lost a dogfight. That one particular model of jet has never lost a dogfight. Never.
I can believe it.
That's it, Sarah. Ask them for the most important thing.
Guys, leave a like, thumbs up.
And if they subscribe,
You make our day.
damn right, my friends. By the way, there is also a new option on YouTube that you can hype a video. So if you can do it, thank you so much. No, let's.
Okay.
Yeah, no. That said, this is still not a thing, from what I understand.
Okay.
This will be a thing. It's not flying right now.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Oh, and it's not named F-47 after Donald Trump. It's actually named F-47 after the old school B-47 from World War II, by the way.
It is just a sketch.
It's kind of like a sketch they are thinking about.
Okay.
But you know what? The thing is, the US military sometimes does not show things,
You're right.
So maybe they already have the F-37, the F-38 or something, and we don't know. My friends, it's fair to say this, right?
Yes.
In the world comes even close to it. It's virtually unseeable. That's what the president said. And the Air Force has even labeled it Stealth Plus Plus. World's fastest stealth fighter. So the question is, if the F-22 shows up on enemy radar like a marble, then how small is the F-47? Some say less than a mosquito.
What?
That's a
No,
metaphor,
that's
of course,
impossible.
but it captures the scale of what the Air Force claims. For 5 years...
Now, mind you, they already saying that the B-22 Raider, which is the new stealth bomber that is already flown. We got 3 of them that have flown. They just haven't gone into action. 3 B-22 Raiders. Them jokers show up as a fruit fly on the radar. And they saying this bitch is size a little bit smaller than a mosquito.
This ghost aircraft has been flying quietly in test ranges, and only now the secrets are starting to emerge. In this video, I'll explain what Stealth Plus Plus actually means, how stealth has evolved from the F-117 to the F...
Okay. You know the thing about alien technology? There is some people, I have to say this because it's a very famous conspiracy type of theory, that people believe that America makes no sense how advanced America really is in terms of military. Well, in other hand, they spend billions on the military. But no jokes aside, I think Americans are very proud of this.
You got to spend money to come up with the most advanced things because you got to make a lot. You got to invest a lot of research and R&D, research and development. A lot of that billions of dollars. I think we spend like $800 billion on our fucking military every budget year.
Honestly, I think it's
It's like
think
800
it's
some
a
billion. You think it's a trillion now?
I bet you it's probably a trillion, and they just taking
Every
money out
year.
from different. They probably taking money out from different departments.
Yeah, I think now I'm gonna tell you now because of how Trump did last year, they probably did put a lot of shit that they cut. They probably put it into the military. Guarantee you they did that shit.
Because
And it's probably because they already knew they was gonna do what the fuck they doing now.
yeah,
I mean,
and that's why when they're like, well, there's clearly it's not a plan. They just bombing innocent people. I'm like,
there's been a plan before there was a plan.
I'm like, it looks like they have a plan. Like I
A
don't know where
very
the fuck y'all
damn
getting this.
intricate motherfucking plan too.
Like I don't know where y'all getting
just
this
like they
shit from.
planned that Maduro. They planned that Maduro shit so fucking well. Do you know they had his ass in 30 minutes?
It seems like, in my opinion, bro, how Trump pulled this. If Trump pulled this shit off in flying colors, bro, I can't say. Well, if Trump pulled this shit off in flying colors, bro, he will go down as one of the greatest presidents in history.
And I'm gonna tell you just like this, folks. He ain't even got to do it in 4 to 6 weeks. It's March, right? If we done, if we done with this shit by June, when it come to the heavy travel months, all of a sudden the gas start going down. Shit. You could still say, as long as it's before the midterms. As long as we done with this shit before the midterms.
One of my friends also, hopefully one day I could get her on the panel up here one of these days. But she's saying that what Trump has been doing, a lot of countries been getting their shit together.
Oh yeah.
A lot of countries been getting their shit together, dude.
Like how? What do you mean by getting their shit together?
Like corruption has gone down.
Oh
Corruption
yeah.
has gone down. Has gone way down.
Well, that's a good thing.
And so I can't wait to see, I can't wait to see what it's gonna look like in the future, bro.
I know, right? Good things happening, man. Just got to go through some rough patches.
Because it's amazing what they own. The F-22 is such an incredible jet.
It is, yes.
The B-2 bomber, damn, what the hell is that? But they are making things even
better,
crazier. It's
the B-2 bomber is the one that he just mentioned. That's the one that they used to do the bunker buster on Iran earlier in the year, and early in the fiscal year, excuse me. And it's also being used now in Iran, as well as the B-2, the B-1 Lancer, which is my favorite jet, my favorite bomber, my favorite jet, B-1 Lancer. They're using that now. And so what he's saying is that we got a bomber that's better than the B-2. I told you before, B-22 Raider. And then now we're talking about the F-47, which is the 6th generation, the world's first 6th generation fighter.
It's shocking, actually.
F-35 and F-22, and how
let's go back.
Emerge. In this video, I'll explain what Stealth++ actually means, how stealth has evolved from the F-117 to the F-35 and F-22, and how the F-47 pushes it further. We'll break down radar invisibility, infrared hiding, and even how brand new engines reduce a plane's heat signature. We'll also explore why combining Mach 2 plus speed with deep stealth.
No, I mean, and again, there is a lot of secrets about this type of stuff. It's not like they are sharing everything because other countries, China loves to.
Oh, by the way, folks, if you see anything like in a video on YouTube or in regards to like military, and it's actually an official video from them, whether it's AI or whether it's real video, if you don't know it to be existing now, believe me, that motherfucker's either already here or about to be here. You saw that thing had about 4 or 5 jets behind it, and it looked like a fucking triangle going through the sky. I'm trying to tell you.
Copy stuff, So this is the classified information, and yeah, I mean, it's actually impressive. I started reacting to military stuff kind of for the first time.
Yes.
But this is normal,
For me, everything is new.
Yeah. This is very normal. They have crazy technology.
We'll also explore why combining Mach 2 plus speed with deep stealth was once considered impossible, and how the F-47 may have solved it, and the cost and controversy behind this mega project. To understand stealth double plus plus, you first need the quick history of stealth. In the 1970s, DARPA's Have Blue experiments proved that aircraft could be designed to deflect radar waves instead of reflecting them. This became the F-117 Nighthawk, the first operational stealth jet.
Sean.
What's up, man? You gone?
Man, yeah, man, I'm getting sleepy. I'm about to fall asleep on your ass, man.
All right, man. We're going to end this in a little bit, man. All right, man. I'll holler at you then, bro.
All right, peace out, play.
Do your thing, man.
Crazy. Look at that design.
Yeah.
And this was years and years ago, decades ago.
For that time, they have a great mind.
The F-22 Raptor then refined the idea, adding aerodynamic performance to stealth. The Raptor's radar cross-section, or RCS, is often described as appearing the size of a marble on radar. The F-35 Lightning took the stealth playbook further by integrating advanced sensors and electronic warfare, though its RCS is generally thought to be slightly larger than the F-22's. Now comes the F-47. On an official Air Force graphic, it's labeled Stealth++. That doesn't mean they've released its radar signature. Those numbers remain classified.
It is basically impossible to see. It's kind of like a B-2 bomber, but much faster. You know what I mean? Again, a lot of this makes very little sense to us that don't understand this type of stuff. But, Americans have great minds. So.
Yeah.
What it does mean is that the Air Force considers it a new category of low observability, beyond both the Raptor and the Lightning. Think of stealth as coins on a table. If the F-35 is a quarter and the F-22 a marble, the F-47 belongs in an even smaller box, one the Air Force simply calls Stealth++. But stealth isn't just radar. To be truly invisible, a jet has to manage 3 major signatures: radar reflection, infrared heat, and electronic emissions. Radar stealth comes from shaping, like carefully angled mirrors that deflect radar beams away, and from materials that soak up energy. That's why modern stealth jets have sharp edges aligned at specific angles, serpentine inlets that hide the engine fan, and internal weapon bays instead of external pylons. Infrared stealth is harder. Even if radar can't see you, the heat of your exhaust and skin can.
Yes.
Sensors detect this glow easily.
Detect
and then there's emissions
the heat.
control. A fighter broadcasting on radar gives itself away, so modern stealth jets use low probability of intercept radars and fuse data from many sensors to minimize their own emissions.
Oh.
Here's the paradox. Stealth and speed usually don't go together. Why? Because going faster than Mach 2, that's over 1,500 miles per hour, generates enormous heat. That heat lights up infrared detectors like a flare, undoing all your careful radar stealth. So historically, engineers faced a brutal choice. Build for speed or build for stealth.
Exactly, yeah.
The F-47 is America's attempt to solve both. The secret lies in its engines. Next Generation Adaptive Propulsion, or NGAP. These new engines, like Pratt & Whitney's XA-103 and GE's XA-102, are 3-stream adaptive cycle designs. That means they can literally reconfigure airflow in flight. In high thrust mode, they act like a turbojet, pouring power into the core for supersonic speed. In cruise mode, they open a third bypass stream, routing cooler air around the core, improving fuel efficiency and cooling the jet at the same time.
Okay, it's kind of like air condition outside. I don't know. Honestly, this is very difficult for me to understand. I can see it, but I still don't understand it that well.
Think of it as an engine with 3 gears instead of 2. That extra bypass stream works like a built-in heat sink, reducing exhaust temperature, hiding the jet from heat-seeking missiles, and giving it longer legs without guzzling fuel. Industry claims these adaptive engines are up to 25% more fuel efficient than today's F-35 engines. And more importantly, they provide much better thermal management. That's how the F-47 can chase Mach 2 Plus while still cutting its infrared signature. Not perfectly invisible, but a much harder target to lock onto.
Okay.
Now let's talk about shape.
Good.
The F-47 is tailless, no vertical stabilizers at all. Why? Because vertical tails reflect radar from the sides, dramatically increasing
that's why.
signature.
Okay.
By eliminating them,
Yeah.
designers
We're
reduce
learning
radar return
something.
from
Yeah,
multiple
yeah.
angles. Instead, the F-47 uses a diamond-like, blended wing-body profile. Think of a manta ray.
It's kind of like the B-2 bomb.
Or it's just like you see these damn commercials and these damn cartoons of like modern looking jets in space, man.
But,
No,
yeah.
like this fish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the manta, yeah. No, but this actual, see, this I understand a bit better. It makes more sense. The
Yes.
shadows, the light, the thing that they burn and they also refresh at the same
The
time.
same time, it's
That's
confusing.
more
Yeah,
confusing
yeah.
because we are talking about a massive jet, very heavy, probably.
Yes, yes.
It's difficult to understand, you know.
Smooth and wide, deflecting radar waves
Smooth.
upward or downward instead of back at the source. This idea isn't brand new.
Yeah.
Boeing's bird of prey demonstrator in the late 1990s already proved that tailless stealth aircraft could slash radar
Tailless
signatures by orders of magnitude.
Yeah, this in
You
the
see that? You see that? You see that?
Is this a
You see this? It looks very alien. Very alien.
thing, or is this just some type of AI image that?
yeah.
Oh boy.
The F-47
I'm
is the
afraid of
mature
this.
form of that concept, scaled up and adapted for real combat. But Stealth++ doesn't just mean radar.
Okay.
It means reducing visibility across the electromagnetic spectrum. Infrared, for instance. Modern detectors can pick up even faint heat glows. The adaptive cycle engines help hide exhaust heat, but engineers go further. The F-47's exhaust nozzles are carefully shielded, possibly using slit-shaped outlets and advanced cooling methods to mix hot gases with cooler air before they leave the aircraft.
Okay.
The result? A reduced infrared plume that makes heat-seeking missiles far less effective. Not true invisibility, but a moving target that appears much dimmer than anything flying today. Stealth++ also covers the invisible war of sensors. The F-35 was famous for fusing radar, infrared, and electronic data into a single 360-degree picture. The F-47 takes that logic further. There are credible hints that the entire skin of the aircraft may act as a destruer sensor, sometimes called a smart skin. Instead of one big nose radar dish, hundreds of embedded arrays could cover the fuselage, turning the whole jet into a giant, flexible eye.
Damn.
Go
basically-
physics.
But
That's
basically,
crazy.
everything is kind of alive in that
That's
jet. It's
crazy.
very
Yeah.
weird. Whoa.
This would mean fewer external protrusions, fewer seams to bounce radar, and a level of situational awareness far beyond even the Raptor. But stealth isn't just about the jet itself. The F-47 is designed as the quarterback for a team of drones called Collaborative Combat Aircraft, or CCA. The plan is a...
Do you know what is this, a quarterback or not?
No idea.
So I also don't know very well, but from what
That's
I
like
understand,
Iron Man or
in the
something.
Team, there is that position, the quarterback,
Oh, okay.
and the quarterback is kind of like the guy that is the most important player on the team. Is the guy that thinks the game. Is the mind of the team.
Okay.
So I guess they are making the same logic. This is the mind. There will be others that follow.
So it
Or,
is a expression.
It's kind of like an expression,
Okay.
yeah. The quarterback.
So one jet,
I mean, it's not exactly
6
expression.
drones.
What they mean is that probably is part of a bigger team. You know.
For a team of drones called Collaborative Combat Aircraft, or CCA. The plan is around
It's
one...
kind of like the mother with the babies. You know what I mean? But this mother is, don't mess with this voice.
1,000 CCAs supporting fewer than 200 F-47s. Each drone can extend sensors, carry weapons, or act as decoys. Together, they magnify the ghost effect. On radar, an enemy might see an entire squadron, but not know which aircraft are human-piloted and which are expendable drones.
They did this in Dragon Ball.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically,
Clones.
you multiply yourself and they don't know the target.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
okay.
It's kind of like that in a way because
For confusing the enemy.
I mean, I think the you know the beast, the card that the president of America goes around.
It's like shadow clones, man. So these drones is basically picked up on radar like shadow clones, man. You think you hitting one, that joker disappear. It ain't really a clone. Or on the daggum radar, it looks like it's that many, but it's really not that many.
I think they have one or two that look the same. That way, if someone tries to attack, at least there is a chance they don't know which one is the real one or something.
That is smart.
That is very smart.
Yeah.
This swarm capability makes the F-47 more than a stealth jet. It makes it the silent commander of an invisible fleet.
Okay.
But Ghost technology isn't cheap. Each F-47 is expected to cost nearly $300 million, making it
That's
the
why
most
Americans
expensive
don't have
fighter jet in
Healthcare. Don't say that. But that amount of money, I need like 1% and I'm fine.
in history. So here's what I want to ask you. If America really has a jet that's invisible to radar and infrared, how would you stop it? Could any country defend against that? Would
How would you know it's not already flying?
an invisible jet make you feel safer? Or does it make the world even more dangerous? Will it start
Yes.
a new stealth race? And if full spectrum invisibility becomes real, radar, heat, even satellites, should America use it first or keep it secret forever? Think about it. What happens when no one...
No, but this is a great point in the sense that maybe the F-22 is good enough for what China and Russia have nowadays because they don't even have anything close to
Yes.
F-22. Why the hell are we going to show this? But this makes sense.
Oh, and by the way, folks, we have actually sold plans or sold F-35s to other countries. Like I think Israel has a few. If I'm not mistaken, Saudi Arabia might have. No, Israel and I think Great Britain have F-35s. That's who have F-35s, I think.
Yes, actually.
one knows who's in the sky above them? I want to know your answer. Tell me in the comments, because this is a conversation every American needs to have. And if this video gave you a new way of looking at stealth technology, then do me one favor. Share it with one friend who loves defense, tech, or mega projects as much as you do. Make sure
Thank
you
you.
subscribe so you don't miss...
All right.
This type of technology.
All right, so before we go, this is what I just found out. I was looking up what countries have bought or are buying F-35 jets. It says, just the U.S.? It says United States, largest operator of F-35s. So United Kingdom has ordered and operates F-35s. Italy, Belgium has ordered. Denmark is buying. Finland contracted for F-35s. Germany approved and ordering. Netherlands as an F-35 operator, so they got them already. Norway has them already. Poland is buying F-35s. Greece approved purchase of F-35s. Switzerland's planned purchase of F-35s. Romania approved for F-35 purchase. Czech Republic approved for approved sale of F-35s. Australia is the operator. Japan got some. South Korea got some. Singapore is contracted to buy. Israel is the first country outside the U.S. to receive F-35 operates the custom F-35 Adir. Possible future sales is Saudi Arabia. U.S. government has indicated a potential sale pending congressional approval, and negotiations not yet finalized as early as 2026. Important note, the U.S. generally only sells F-35s to close allies, NATO members, and certain security partners. Some countries have not been approved. Example is Turkey was removed from the F-35 program. Thailand was denied. So, and that's probably more so because China would probably take that bitch and damn reverse. They ain't letting nobody. You notice they ain't had nobody in Asia with them bitches. Of all of them countries that I named, wasn't all of them in Europe? Yeah, they was all in Europe. Yep, Switzerland's Europe, Romania's Europe, Greece, Poland, Norway, Netherlands, Germany, Finland, Denmark, Belgium, Italy. All that's Europe. All of that is Europe. Only Asian Pacific out there was South Korea. I don't know why. I guess because they're strong enough to not get it stolen by North Korea. Singapore is contracted to buy. You got Japan. I ain't worried about Japan getting anything stolen. You got Australia. I forgot Australia is Asia. It's Pacific. Yeah, but you don't hear shit about. Yeah, they denied Thailand. But anyway, y'all take it easy. We'll see y'all next time, baby.